We are live and ready to go.
We are
Okay,
muted,
sweet.
right?
No. Okay, welcome back to the Inept Brotherhood, where we continue to be a party of stupid adventurers that make questionable decisions, as is honestly consistent with most D&D campaigns. And I am your hosting DM, Nat. So, who wants to recap us from last session? If you do not volunteer, you will be picked by the dice. Okay, fortunately for you, those that hid and across their fingers, it has picked Telbro if they are available.
They're currently getting more things set up for the stream.
Incredibly rude, but acceptable. We'll just force you to do it, Ludovon. Did I press the button for that?
You did. I'm currently
Okay.
going through my notes trying to find the end of last session.
You gotta vamp a bit.
I know, pauses just always feel longer online.
It's why, like, it's a skill. Yeah, be like, I was not prepared to look through my notes, etc.
All
Basically,
right.
just narrate yourself.
So at the beginning of last session, we were let out of the boat, or the bottle, I should say, by Telro's vampire lover, Castor, who, after letting us out, we went our own separate ways, trying to figure out what the hell was going on. Nadira and Ludovon ended up going to one of the Feywild portals that was located on the island, whereas everybody else went into the casino in order to tell Castor what was going on. While Ludovon and Nadira were walking over to the portal, the other members of the party participated in hijinks, some mostly bathing, others fading to black. When Ludovon and Nadira approached the portal and turned it on, there was red mist coming out of it, signifying that it was for the Hells. Nadira changed it back to the Feywilds, and we then returned to the blood bank, the casino, in order to inform everybody what was going on. In which case, we then took a long rest, and further events unfolded the next morning, including the fact that suddenly Castor and Nadira were both missing. When we went to the portal to see what was going on, the guard who had been stationed there to watch it and make sure nobody was messing with it had been knocked unconscious, and the portal was taking it to the Hells. After turning it off with the help of Shahib, we went back to the secretary's office and were informed that Castor had been banished back to the Feywild, whereas Nadir was banished to the Celestial Plane. After Ludovan prayed, Nadira suddenly popped up in front of him. And that's how we ended the session, with a cliffhanger.
Wahahaha. So, where we re-enter, you are currently still in Nadira's office, and she's standing in front of you looking distinctly unruffled, but kind of relieved.
Hey, how did you come back?
You offered a connection.
I mean, that's fair, but I didn't think it was that good of a connection, if I'm being honest.
Oh no, it was terrible.
You didn't have to insult me that badly.
But you made enough of one that I could come through.
So you got banished as well then? Is what I'm gathering?
Yes, it was very inconvenient.
Who banished you?
Sadly, I didn't see.
That certainly narrows it down who it could possibly be.
My apologies. I was a little distracted.
See, I've got a little bit of a more pertinent question. Where did you go when you were banished?
To my home plane? Isn't that where
Which is
most other beings
which
go?
is where?
Why, that's so rude.
Uh-huh. Yeah, rude.
I don't ask you where your home plane is.
Well, I don't have one. I was made.
Everybody has a home plane, robot.
So what's yours?
It changes from time to time.
Insight?
Sure.
I'll help with that.
$23.
Nadira's home plane has changed.
How exactly does that work? I thought everybody only had one.
Well, sometimes you gain power, lose power, change alignments, that sort of thing.
So what Trissa said then was that your home plane is a celestial plane.
Currently.
And other times it's the Feywild.
Sometimes, yes.
See, it's all about location. You gotta set up a timeshare, and then it's an Airbnb over in the Feywild now. Passive income.
So out of curiosity, do I call you Nathair or Nadira?
Well, personally, I think it's only proper to call people by the names they introduce you to as.
You've introduced yourself to me as both.
Have I?
Yes, you were there both times.
DM speak. Has she called herself Nathair to you?
I prayed to Nathair.
Oh,
Hello?
sorry, I see.
Ludovon is dumb as shit. This is what he's going off of.
I mean, you might have just picked up the wrong phone. The wrong line.
I mean, I suppose that's fair. Your names do sound similar.
I'm gonna, hit my hand on my face, like a face. Just
That was kind of on purpose, dear.
I mean,
Telro slapping them in the
yeah.
face?
Kastor, Kanoth, Nadira, the other one. The other one. What's the name of the god?
Nether.
Nather. Nadir. Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
Regardless of where you came from, we do have, I guess, a big issue on our hands, notably
Yeah.
with the home being attacked by the demons.
Very inconvenient of them, yes.
Anybody have any ideas on how to stop it?
We might be able to destroy the portal.
All of the portals.
Well, the most important one is the one that opens on our island right now.
Oh, I can't remember. Am I out smashing furniture, or am I still in this lounge?
This is up to you.
I'm out smashing furniture.
You're allowed to come back if you'd like to interject.
Door is furniture.
That's true.
I'll kick open the door with like broken bed like end table legs in both hands, and be like, I was fully prepared for any one of you to come out and stop me. It's honestly not fun if it's not a challenge. Oh, you're the... I can't remember your name. But
I'm Nadira.
weren't you one of the people that went missing and then...
Yes.
Okay. If you're going to solve the crime, you gotta tell the detective.
I did not solve any crimes.
I'm talking to the rest of the party here. I'm the head of this investigation, and this gets solved without my knowledge. Do you know how this is going to impact my reputation back at the Bureau?
I'm sorry, what bureau?
Bureau of everything investigated feeling. Beef.
What an interesting name.
Mm-hmm. And
Investigated is spelled with an E.
okay,
Investigation Force. There! Found it! Bureau of Everyone's Investigation Force.
Well, Thess, luckily for you, Kaz is the director.
Beef?
I mean, I have a special relationship with flesh of kinds. Being that I am not made of flesh, I am an impartial person.
Okay, let's be serious here. Beef is a organization that has a strict reputation of being pro-vegetarian.
Exactly. I don't eat meat. I don't eat anything. I'm an aeritarian.
I hate this.
Vegetarian?
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing.
I subsist on the environment around me.
It's a thing in...
Yes.
In real life, yes.
Yes. There's people.
But you...
Don't ask questions. There
Don't
are
ask
no
questions.
answers.
James Marriott has a video on it, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna put that in a box and close it forever.
Correct choice.
Well, I'm honored to meet someone of an organization that I thought was fictional. But
Well, I'm just surprised you forgot how deep cover you were.
am I a sleeper agent?
I don't know. A vampire crimson balloon.
What?
No, didn't work. Damn.
I would like to make a performance check. 16 to look like I've been activated like a sleeper agent.
Feel free.
I didn't think this far ahead. Agent Vest reporting for duty, sir.
Assistant Director Ludovine, handle him.
You've been
All right.
promoted.
I wasn't even part of this organization initially. Damn, I got far up really fast. All right,
Thanks,
Agent
Rupert.
Vest. What we need you to do: protect the furniture
Ah,
by
shit.
all means necessary.
Okay, so if there's no furniture to protect, then it is the safest.
Oh dear.
Director?
Mm, uh, I, um, mm. So Nadir, what do we do to get Castor back?
You know, we haven't had this exact problem before.
There are no fail safes in place.
This might surprise you, but as extremely long-lived beings, we don't really expect this to happen.
You guys don't plan for every potential outcome and eventuality.
Hold on. Plan
That's
for
called
what to happen.
paranoia, dear.
Okay, so wait. You know where Castor is.
In the Feywild, yes.
Okay, so his ex, who captured him,
What?
which ex?
What?
I go up to Nadir
Okay.
and whisper in her ear. So the little one thinks that this is a claim that we gotta solve, and he's convinced that Castor was abducted by an ex-lover, and that there's some animosity between said lover and Taro potentially. I don't know. It's some convoluted bullshit, but it keeps them on task. So just go along with it.
Nadira looks very confused, but nods questioningly. Well, I'd assume that Castor's ex, in order to get their revenge, would be working with the demons.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. The whole, like, demons are planning to kill all the Fae.
Yes.
So this ex isn't a Fae. Otherwise, it's a suicide murder.
Correct.
It could be a suicide murder.
Oh dear.
As far as we know, Castor wasn't murdered.
Yeah, but the attempted murder is still murder. I think.
He's just
I
been
mean,
banged.
technically, it's not,
I'm the cop here.
and I'm your boss.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to walk through the steps of the case one last time. At
Please don't.
exactly 700 hours this morning, we woke up. And then at a relaxed 7:37 hours, we were eating breakfast. And then skip a bunch of stuff. Telro. When did Telro come and tell us about the disappearance of, like, it was pretty early in the morning, I thought.
Yes.
Okay. And then while we were eating breakfast, Telro came in at exactly 7:38 hours.
Didn't we just get to 7:47?
I thought it was I said, did I misspeak? I meant 37.
I might have
But
misheard.
if if the timeline doesn't make sense, the better. And then at exactly 10 p.m., We reached the portal. There's no sun out here. It's hard to keep track. And then, hell. I solved the case. And then now we're here.
I see, indeed. Good job, Vess. So, I do have a request for all of you, I guess. While I get everybody moving, at the very least, in case we fail to destroy the portal, if you wouldn't mind figuring out who might have banished Castor and I, it would be very counterproductive to attempt to remove ourselves from the situation, only to then take a spy with us.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention that. Like, who switched the portal? There's a groundhog.
Excuse me?
A groundhog. You know?
A mole.
Oh, I see. In complete DMness, whenever I look out my window when we're doing this, I see a giant groundhog. So I was both suddenly concerned that you could look out my window and confused.
No, I'm not looking outside your window. I am inside your walls right now.
Well, they're very thin, so if you could give it a bang so my neighbor stops making weird noises, that would be great.
Oh no, I am making the weird noises. My
Oh,
apologies.
I see. Stop.
It's so cramped in here. Let's break out.
There's not that much more space in the apartment. You'll be disappointed.
Yeah, but we'll steal like a penguin or something.
Death.
All right. Well, in that case, okay. So obviously, can't catch a groundhog without breaking a few chairs. So
Is that a saying where you come from?
yeah,
Oh my.
sure. But I'm the detective here, so I will take responsibility for finding the groundhog.
You don't want any assistance whatsoever from the rest of your beefs?
That's up to the director.
I mean, there will be more than one person in this group because sending Vess off on their own is an irresponsible thing to do.
Indeed. Just look at my chairs.
I'm just too responsible. I understand.
Indeed, look at my chairs.
The amount of responsibility oozing from my person is just it needs to be counteracted with, a loose cannon.
Is that what you call your sweat?
Exactly. I hope not.
I hope not too. Is that what sweat's called? Is that where sweat comes from?
Goodness no.
Okay. I thought it just kind of happened.
Let's
You
go
know,
with
like
that.
glasses of water can sweat, so like I figured bodies are just the same way.
Oh,
I
dear.
wouldn't know. I don't do it.
Yeah, but you sometimes have like heat radiating off your body
Well, yeah, that's because I'm
and
hot.
steam. And maybe you sweat hot air.
I hate everything that's happening right now. Get out of my office.
All right. I'll go begin my investigation.
Nadira, where were you banished from?
Oh, here. Instead of me kicking you out, I'll leave.
I will do a 180 turn at the door and walk right back in.
I've given you a very simplistic Nadira's desk to look at.
Ooh. I need to have my browser open like a dumbass.
Did she say here, comma,
Yes.
now I'm gonna leave? Okay.
Yeah. So she swans out the door.
Okay. I say we split into two groups. Telro, you take the second group and go to Castor's office. Seeing as how you're rather familiar with it.
I would like to look at the appointment book there.
I'm gonna
Okay.
shoot you for that comment. But I like you
As
too much.
you flip it open, you find that yesterday's appointments was ripped out. There is a very small scrap of paper at the top that indicates that there was a meeting for somebody early in the morning, but the name is missing, along with the rest of the page.
So the culprit also hates Castor and books.
What kind of tool is used for writing? Is it pen and quill, or is it like a pencil?
It's a dip pen.
Hmm.
That's what
See,
the
if it
very
weren't for the fact that
poor
I have
pen is
no
there.
opinion of Castor, I would suspect myself.
Better ripping apart a book than someone eating it.
People, you can eat books?
I knew someone a long, long time ago in a different life.
You had multiple lives? That's kind of cheating.
Bess, I'm joking.
I. But like, do you actually have multiple lives though? Oh yeah.
Not that I'm aware of. I mean,
Like if
if
we
I
fight to
did,
the
then
if we fight to the death, do I have to do it twice?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think I only have one, but if something has given me multiple, then I feel bad because they've wasted it on me.
That seems like a very self-depreciating thought.
I have once in a blue moon.
Get thee to a therapist.
But yeah, whoever wants to come to the other office, I will start heading there now.
I'll come with you.
All right. I'm gonna turn to Assistant Director Ludovan, and I'll say, "Sir, uh, I'm a bit fuzzy on the chain of command here, uh, and like I feel like no one else is committing to the bit as much as I am. Permission to retire."
Denied.
Shit.
This is a test to see if you have what it takes. The director needs to retire, and we want to see if you can do it.
I get to be the director of beef if I do this? Okay,
Yes.
never mind. I rescind my retirement.
Okay. So, detective, agent.
Detective agent, thank you.
Yes, that is your new title. Do you know how we can view what was written on here?
Uh, we find the person who stole the page and beat the shit out of them.
That is certainly an option. But in order to do that, we have to gather evidence because we can't just go beating the shit out of everybody.
Okay, well, I wasn't gonna do that. I was gonna beat the shit of people who look like they deserve it.
That's the entire party.
Yeah? Wait, there's a party?
Yes, the maybe. Are there any other options you can think of?
Uh, well, and smoke is just gonna start pouring out of my ears. Um,
I'm gonna start like Ludovan's gonna start motioning, like pointing at the door.
with a 4 intelligence roll, uh, Vess will continue to say for upwards of 10 minutes.
About 2 minutes into that, I'm gonna open the door and look for Nadira.
She does not appear to be anywhere within sight.
Okay, we need to go and find Nadira and hope that the other team is having some luck at Castor's office.
What?
With that, we shall switch.
Okay. So it's just me and Jay, right?
I think so.
The drama buddies.
Drama.
The gossip people. Oh god. Oh, you colored it!
Yeah, I finally colored it.
That's awesome. Sorry, kind of on my end it glitched in a little bit, so it looked really fuzzy, and I was like, what happened?
You get to see 0 details, thank you.
I will step back inside the office, and I will make sure I'm the only one touching any doors, so Jay does not get shocked.
There you go. You can see that the protection rune is still lit up, and that's what all the nice little fractals in the air is about. And to investigate some more, roll me investigation checks. Wahahaha.
I had to find my dice. I got a new dice tray to roll in.
Ooh.
We went and spent money on Pokemon cards.
Oh no.
And I got the card that I really wanted. So I'm excited.
Well, that's good.
They had a new Ponyta card, so I had to get it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Here's my character sheet. There it is. Alright, for me, that is a 21.
Okie dokie.
I got a 15.
As you guys poke around the office some more, you do notice that some of the books seem to be out of place, as if somebody was rifling through them and putting them back in the wrong spots.
I know. These books are completely out of order. Oh, he'd have a cow.
He has them beautifully color coordinated, and somebody has stuck them back in the wrong color sections, which is very rude.
I'm gonna start pulling out the books that are in the wrong spot.
It looks like somebody was hastily flipping through pages. Some of them are like slightly ripped or bent a little bit, and was looking for some way. And all of them seem to do with casting darkness and sustaining it. With your intelligence check, you figure somebody might have been looking for a way to deactivate the darkness cloaking the island.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Someone was looking to take the darkness off the island with these books.
Well, that would be bad for all the vampires. So
Yeah, the ones that don't have protection.
should we be looking at the people higher up in the ranks?
Natalie,
Yeah.
could I do an Arcana check to knowing that Castor was the one that kept that spell up quite a bit?
Yeah.
To figure out what kind of a spell slot level or how powerful someone would have to be to take it down
Sure.
of something that size.
Yeah.
That will be a 27.
You would know that, at the very least from what Castor's told you about it, even though he doesn't really talk about the darkness, he powers it, but he also has a key to, lock it in place. Not a literal key, but, something attuned to it that's like a magic activation, deactivation sort of slot. So you'd have to be extremely powerful, one, to overpower that, but you probably could take it down if you were high enough level magically and you had the deactivation key.
I will explain that to Jay. But mention that I don't know what the activation key would be.
Correct. It's something that Castor doesn't share with anybody. There's
Yeah.
a potential that Nadira might know, but she also wouldn't tell anybody.
Yeah, so I will let Jay know about that.
But who would want to take out the darkness over the whole island? What do they gain by taking out all the vampires?
Well, I don't think it's them going after the vampires per se. I think they're just taking out everything that's Archfey. Because Archfey technically made the first move. And they never really cared about the Archfey before because they were more of a neutral party. But since they made a move through us, then they're just kind of hitting them because they weren't prepared. Maybe? That's all I can think of. As he's still taking off the books that were wrong and putting them in the right places.
Castor did mention that there were individuals on the island turning people that they don't want unwanted, just without permission. And so he's had to deal with dealing out punishment to all the people breaking the rules. Do you know, did he mention anybody in particular that's been bothering him? You've spent more time with him.
I'd have to maybe try and recall.
Yeah, you can make a history check.
Thanks. That's what it was hinting towards. Oh yeah, I do have history chain. I keep forgetting that. 25 on the history.
He hasn't mentioned anybody by name because he has most recently dealt with them, and thus, they're not facing any censure right now. But it is somebody who has worked within the casino itself.
He didn't say any names, but it was someone who had recently worked in the casino. So one of the casino employees.
Are there any employee records in here somewhere?
You can become investigative and find out.
Well, it's a 1.
Oh, I forgot
would
to
that even
ask
look
if I
like?
could help.
Yeah, you can help.
I'll give you help. Sorry, I was going for a drink of my coffee and it slipped my mind.
Much better. 23.
Yeah, so as you flop around, you're flipping through stuff, you do see just some general, lower down, lists of guard names and different positions, but the people who seem to have been working here the longest or have the highest position are just a few vampires. There's also a list of guests who come here often or frequently, or who are of particular note.
Oh god, I better not be on that list.
Everybody knows who you are, Kiwi. You don't need to be on a list.
I was making a joke.
But Telro is on many lists.
Ouch.
They're on the
Your-
top of
your-
casters.
Yeah, your Google history search is a
Questionable.
minefield.
So, you have several different names for you, including, do you just want me to give you all of them?
Sure.
Okay, you have Milana, who is a frequent guest, along with Gnor. And then working for the casino are Lola, Rennie, Tressa, and Shahib.
We've met 3 of these people.
Yes.
You found a list then.
There's just some frequent guests and employees mentioned here.
Telro's also on there, but you're sure he doesn't count.
Are we though?
I don't even know. And you said we already met a couple of these people?
We've met Rennie. She was the guard over by the portal. Tressa works under Nadira. Shahib works at the bar. And then you said Lola?
Yes, she has been mentioned. She was the person who did the day shift at the portal before Rennie came back.
Okay.
Or night shift. Night shift.
We could start with them. Try to see if we can figure out who would have done this, who has the motive.
I don't know if it'd be Rennie, because Rennie we found knocked out at the portal.
Well, we can probably rule her out, but you never know.
Well, that's fair. It could be anyone on that list. I can't even read it. You're too tall for me to see.
I'll show you the book.
In Castor's lovely handwriting, not written in cursive, you can read the list
Thank
of names
God.
as well.
I can read. Oh, it's a smaller list, but... Oh, I guess... Didn't realize I was on it. Alright,
Yeah, you're also on there.
I might need to cross my name out.
And that's not suspicious at all.
What would Castor think if your name was crossed out?
I don't know, he wouldn't know that I did it.
But he might still be sad.
Question, DM, was this book one of the books that were randomly placed in the wrong spot, or was this, like, in his desk somewhere?
This was just a sheaf of paper at his desk.
Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't one of the books that were looked at. I don't know what else we should look for in here. I mean, we have a list of names. We know where the spell was cast at least in here.
Mm-hmm.
We know there was a person that was giving him trouble that worked here.
Do we know that it's past tense?
I don't know. I wonder if there's a record of, like, if he had a record somewhere of, like, the committed crimes or something in here.
Also, if you'd like to make a thinky think check, I can tell you what conclusions you might have reached. It's not really anything major, just if you'd like to have some slight input.
Yeah,
I think he thinks not very strong.
Just intelligence?
Yeah,
Do you want an investigation, or...
you can use investigation.
Okay.
It will help.
It's the same number. It's the same number regardless. That is a dirty 20.
Staring at the rest of this, you can come to the, perhaps slightly obvious conclusion that whoever did this clearly put the books back in a hurry, because if you spent more than, 50 seconds investigating Castor's office, you would clearly be able to see that the books are color-coded. And so there is a very high chance that they were not expecting you in the room behind the office. And so you probably disturbed them from their search. Additionally, whoever banished Castor must have been somebody who wasn't suspicious coming in and out of his office.
So besides me and Nadira, because she was banished too, who would come in here that often?
Well, Tressa's a step below Nadira, right?
Correct.
So maybe she would be the most likely that I could think to come in here in Nadira's stead. I don't know about the others.
Could be. She looked like she could cast spells.
Maybe. You can't always tell.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I can't think of anything else we might need in here. And I would have said all those conclusions out loud for Jay to hear too.
Yeah.
So you didn't hear anything when you got up in the morning.
You know, that's a good question I've never asked.
You can make a history check.
My history over here. That is... Oh god, what's that number? 26.
You did hear somebody shuffling about in the office, but you just assumed it was Kastor.
I did hear someone in the morning, but again, I assumed it was Kastor.
Well, I guess we have something of a lead. Not much of one, but we have to start somewhere. We can go a questioning.
By all means, you're the more intimidating out of the two of us.
Mm,
I will go with you.
Pick your human person you'd like to go see.
We'll start with Tressa.
Okay, doke.
I say that, and then I looked at my character sheet, and I was surprised that I had intimidation trained. And I was like, oh shit.
I actually don't have it trained.
Really?
Yep.
Oh no.
I will give you a short brief of time to strategize over what you'd like to ask, because my DoorDash just got here. Mwahaha.
Okay, so we are gonna go
Do I need to write
talk
these?
to Tressa.
Do I need to write these down?
If you want.
Or you writing them down? I don't know where my book is.
I mean, we can both write them down in case we miss something.
Oh, I don't even know which book I was using.
Well, then I'll write it down.
I have 4 books, alright? I'm figuring it out. Not the most intelligent of creatures over here.
We're gonna want to know what she was doing this morning. And maybe if she noticed anything odd.
It's too bad none of us have a zone of truth.
Oh, well, since Kaz isn't here right now, but I thought he did have it, but I'm not sure.
I didn't know if the cleric had it.
Let me check. I do not have it prepared.
Alright, so we said...
Kaz has detect thoughts.
Detect thoughts.
And if you want, you can always ask everybody questions, and then if you want to Zone of Truth anybody, you can take a long rest and Ludovan can prepare it.
True. Let me see here. So what were the questions we said again, Jay?
Just what she was doing this morning. We gotta try to figure out where she was. Maybe if she noticed anything odd beyond like maybe she did notice a disturbance in the office or something. In the secretary's office. I don't know. Uh, do you have any particular questions in mind?
If she has like a record of any employees that might have been tagged for troublemaking or any previous crime,
Okay.
because we know at least that might be another person of interest.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we might get more questions off of her answers, but I don't know if there's anything else we want right off the bat.
Not too bad you couldn't just command her.
Well, I can,
It wouldn't be
but
the
it only
best.
goes so far.
Yeah, I know. It was me joking. Yeah, I think this is good to start with.
Who's taking point?
You are. Sorry,
Good
I
cop,
sneezed.
bad cop.
I think they'll listen to you a little bit more than me.
I mean, we'll find out.
I trust in your abilities.
Just to check, you don't want to gather anybody else before you go interviewing, or just you two?
I mean, more doesn't hurt, but it also might keep her quiet because there's more people to listen. So I don't know.
I mean, we can tell them what we're doing, and just so they know, in case we don't come back for a while.
Yeah, doesn't hurt.
So we'll go find the others first.
Okay. I'm pretty sure the others are back in Nadira's office, unless Ludovon went somewhere else.
I went to go and find Nadira.
Okay. Well, while the others are investigating the different offices, you do kind of wander along the employee living quarters, and you do find Nadira's quarters.
I'm assuming the door is closed, and even if
Yeah.
it's open, I'm knocking.
She pulls it open, looking kind of bedraggled. Yes?
I hope you realize that I thought you said bedazzled.
No.
Isn't it bedraggled?
I don't know how to pronounce anything, don't look at me.
Okay.
It's hornswoggled.
Gotcha.
When we were investigating to see who might have banished you from your office, we noted that your uh, appointment book was missing a page from yesterday.
Oh dear.
Who all did you meet with?
Well, I saw the other secretaries. I had a brief meeting with Castor that we were going to follow up on today. I did talk to a couple of the guards. And I did arrange a few things for some special guests.
Special guests?
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't know because you don't work here. We often have a very kind elderly lizard folk who comes to stay. He used to be the mayor of his little city-state, but now that he's retired, he likes to come spend time with us. But he often needs, special rooms for his scales, because they get quite dry on our island.
All these meetings were in your office as well, then.
Most of them were, yes. I usually go to Castor's office to talk to him, and sometimes I'll step out to speak to secretaries, but other than that, yeah, usually people come to me.
Do you remember by chance who you met with before you were banished?
See,
We'd
that
already
I
seen that
don't
day.
know. Because I wasn't supposed to be meeting with anybody super early. I might have penned someone in last minute, but even then, not likely that early. That's when we're just starting our days.
I'm doing a big think.
Okay.
So, my detective intuition has never led me astray. In fact, I knew that I had to find the bartender guy before we even knew we had to find the bartender guy. But my gut just says says the bartender guy is the culprit.
What makes you say that, Ves?
Well, what do you mean?
Why do you think it's the bartender?
Because I think it.
Do you have any evidence?
What's evidence?
This is not looking good for this test.
Like I said, gut instinct. Who needs evidence and proof and probable cause? Nah, just go with your gut and arrest a guy.
That's not how that works.
Agree to disagree.
Did you read the beef laws and principles that we have to follow?
The beef laws are inscribed upon my heart, right alongside the plaque and the what cholesterol.
I don't know how to make the noise, but tisk, tisk, tisk.
I don't think we can make it and have the mics pick it up.
True.
Yeah, I'll show the book to Nadira, and I'll be like, it says right here at the top that you were meeting someone pretty early, but doesn't say who.
Goodness, if it's something that early, it must have been arranged at someone's behest months ago.
But how could they have planned a kidnapping months ago if the inciting incident was less than months ago?
To be honest, maybe... Kaz appears to would like. Yeah, I'm doing great today. Kaz would like to detect thoughts. I'm not really sure what I have to pass. No, this does not require a skill check. I remember him saying that before.
Yep. Only if you want to dig deeper does it require prying.
Right. So, he pokes his little nose in, metaphorically.
He doesn't even have a nose.
He pulls aside the curtain. And Nadira seems to be puzzling through several different options of people who often arrange early morning meetings with her. Shahib is one of them because they often check in on alcohol supply on the bar. Tressa, of course, is always early morning because she's usually who gives Nadir the agenda for the day for the rest of the secretaries. And then whenever Ganor stops by, he also likes to have early morning meetings. Sometimes the guards will come in because, it's like before their shift or whatever. So there's a couple options.
Going off the Scooby-Doo principle, the first person we met was the person who did it. And that would be Telro.
Oh no.
Technically, the first person that you met was the diva.
No, but it's only when pertaining to the case. And it's Deva.
Diva, Deva. Same thing.
It's markedly different phonemes, but okay. But yeah, so like, again, first person we met once this mystery started was Telro. So, Scooby-Doo principle.
I severely doubt it was Telro.
I don't know. Maybe Telro was the one who found the defense system. Hmm.
I mean, no offense, but I don't know if Telro has the ability to do magic that high.
Oh right, they need to be able to cast magic. I don't know. Maybe Telro has a gun that banishes things.
Dude, that's a great item.
It's just a regular gun.
I was just
It
thinking
just
that
banishes
too.
people from life.
Yeah. But what about a gun that banishes people from not life?
That's a healing spell.
No, but like, you wouldn't get it. I'll flick my hair like an emo scene kid. How do I get Ludovon to be smarter than Vess?
Nadira.
Yeah.
Could you tell me a bit more about Ganor?
Of course. What would you like to know?
He used to be a mayor?
Yes, the lizard folk share an island with shifters. They all are established pretty well in various settings, but the lizard folk definitely prefer to live in more of city states. Gunor himself used to be the mayor of one of the city states before he retired, and now he likes to come to the blood bank every 2 weeks or so to play a lot of blackjack and to get some special oil for his skin, as he does have an issue with it drying out rather quickly.
Oh, okay. So he's got a skin condition. I gotcha. Like, I mean, I get it, you know. I have a dermatologist, back at Ascension, and they fucking despise all the scarring.
Yes, it does. It could hinder your movability. But anyways, he has what humans would call like eczema, I think. But
So,
on lizard folk, it can often cause their scales to crack, and it's far more invasive and unhealthy for them.
pronounce eczema.
Don't look at me, I can't pronounce things.
And I
Dude.
also mispronounced it because I fucking stuttered. Eczema.
Do the
A really
scales
hard
often
word.
fall off with that?
Sorry, repeat that.
Do the scales often fall off?
No, because again, he's been collecting the specialized products he needs. Our medical bay does wonders. But he was almost at that point a few months ago. He hadn't had a chance to catch a ride over to us, and as such, many of his scales were cracked and bleeding, and It was nasty and prone to infection.
Where is he at now?
Oh, this
If
is
you would know by
his
chance.
towards the end of his first week on the island. He just arrived at the beginning of the week. He often wanders around at night as well. He's a pretty well established insomniac.
Is it possible that he knows a good bit about magic?
Well, I certainly never talked to him about it, so I wouldn't really know. I mean, he plays a lot of blackjack, and that's what keeps him happy when he's on the island. I don't like to pry into our customers' personal lives.
Just because Ludovon's curious, I'd like to insight that.
Sure.
These will help with the assistance of detect thoughts.
Yeah, you get advantage.
28.
Here in Adira, she often, if they're not gonna tell her more and she's not that interested in what they're talking and like their lives, she won't. But if she does find her attention caught by somebody who is potentially important or just kind of interesting, she will poke around a bit, but in the case of Gnor, she has not.
Dopey to dope dope. And we've met Tressa. I believe she has the like greenish hair,
Yes.
right? So she was supposed to be next in line with you two missing then.
Yes, she doesn't really like doing it, but she will.
And I believe the other one was Shahib, the bartender.
Yes.
Don't really know him that well. Suppose we can go and talk with Gnor and see what's going on. Or we might want to try and find the others and see what they learned from Castor's office. Detective Agent Vess, where should we head next?
I'm gonna look at the appointment book. Are there any appointments for today?
It seemed today was just going to be a day going over stuff with just regular employees.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, according to the schedule that Dira had right here, we're supposed to be having the 2 minute 2 minute sort of briefing with the custodial staff. I don't know.
Yes.
I feel like your schedule's gotten a bit messed up because, like, I mean, you're missing a whole day.
I know. I don't want to think about it too much.
How powerful of magic is Tressa able to do?
Um, Tressa is more natural, not natural nature inclined in her interests. So she tends to deal more with animals and transformations and such.
She probably cares much about the balance of things then.
Yes, it's something that she's very interested in.
Okay. Hey, Detective Agent Vess,
Ah, yeah, huh?
I think we should go and give Shahib a. Actually, let's go and talk with Shahib, and then I'll see if I can let the other party know before we head and talk to Gnor.
Hold on. You've lost me. Where are we going?
Bar.
Okay. But like, drinking on the job is not the best look, but okay.
Not for drinks. We're gonna go and talk with Shahib.
Right. Wink. All right. I will follow in tow.
I'm letting Vess lead.
Okay, I will lead.
As you exit, you bump into the two who are heading back from Castor's office.
We're going to the bar. You want to come?
So I can drink my sorrows away and forget this day ever happened? Sounds like a great idea.
What? Does drinking make you forget things? Probably a problem.
That depends on how much you drink. Oh, we were looking for you two.
Vess is going to be stunned into silence. Just sort of like numbers flying around his head.
So we looked at Castor's office, and we figured out someone A was in there and was very horrible at putting books back in the wrong order, and B, they are looking to get rid of the cloud of darkness over the island, and we think it's well, we have a list of names and such of people we're gonna try and talk to, but we think it might have been someone who was causing him trouble not too long ago.
So, is this a different suspect? A different crime? Because if you think about it, but strategically, it's a bad idea to get rid of this sun cover over here. Because, like, if you're trying to kill all the vampires, why would you turn on the light and let them scatter like cockroaches? No offense.
Telro's the only vampire here.
Yeah, I'm apologizing too. That's not wrong.
The sun doesn't hurt me.
Yeah, but obviously it hurts the rest.
Well, I'm thinking it might be a non-vampire person.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because
but,
then
like,
why would they kill themselves in the
So-
process?
well, murder-suicides are a thing.
That's true. But someone was in his office very early in the morning.
I know a lot of demons are capable of disguise and shape-shifting. So it's possible that one of the people we're talking to isn't who we think they are.
Well, unless you got true sight.
What?
Oh, wait a minute. I have that hold on. I have one casting of assume true form, so I can find someone if I need to. I forgot I had it, and yes, I can find someone if they're shapeshifting. I'm just dumb.
You have been poked by Kaz.
I saw that. The sun cult. Am I supposed to think about that? Am I supposed to connect dots? I'm confused on it.
I think Kaz is thinking the Sun Cult would want to get rid of the darkness.
Oh, right, because they did want to get rid of the darkness. Would they be working with the demons then? Can I think back to who was in the Sun Cult the last time we fought them?
Well, I can tell you right off the bat, one of them's in prison and the other two are dead.
Right, I forgot we killed the other two.
We didn't kill them. They apostatized. Apostatized.
Apostatized.
So if the one's still in
Apostatized.
if the one's still in prison, then they wouldn't have done it.
But we only took care of 3 of them. I'm sure there's more.
That's fair. Oh, how are we gonna find that? Start praying to the sun? Oh, goodness.
And
Oh.
the temple's over by the other village, isn't it?
Yes, I can pull up the map though.
Pastor mentioned how a lot of the trouble seemed to be coming from the other village, I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
I think you are.
So if it were to be connected to the sun cult, at least the darkness part, then it would be over there, most likely.
Yeah, that's a logical conclusion.
Sorry, I just found out that that Mona has an OnlyFans for him.
And only pause.
Yeah. Apparently, their family are selling pictures of Mona.
That's really funny.
The story is still developing. Is the message that I just got?
Oh my gosh.
So, out of character, can we run over all the points we have again? Because I've already confused myself. I'm really bad at keeping all this straight.
Sure, I'll actually do a good job instead of doing a vest job.
Please help,
So,
because we all know I'm bad at these kind of mysteries.
So, early in the morning, you awoke finding Castor gone and the defense systems activated in Castor's bedroom. Why are you in Castor's bedroom? Oh, no, who knows?
And
Um,
you scared
Killing
away
me.
somebody poking in the office.
Meanwhile, I don't believe any of us were doing anything of note during that time.
No.
And you came and found us and reporting that Castor was missing. We went looking for Nadira, I believe, looking to get
Yes.
answers on where Castor could have been. Finding Nadira also missing. In which case we split up, having some people go look for Nadira and some people go look for the portal to go
Yes.
check on that. Then the Nadira group went to go talk to Tressa, and then the portal group found the portal once again tampered with. And then from there, we reconvened at the portal, only to find out that the only person who can mess with the portal with Castor and Diragon is the bartender. So we went to go get the bartender, and then from there, we met up with Tressa again in her office. So, what we have learned is that the demons are attempting to wipe out the Fae as a retaliatory attack for the Fae's removal of the dwarves. And and as a part of that, it includes killing the vampire on the vampire island. Assumedly. We don't necessarily have
They count as
confirmation.
Fae.
Yeah. And now we have evidence that someone was trying to remove the sun guard, which sort of throws into conflict the at least the preconceived strategy that the demons had established, which is to isolate the vampires both in the Feywild and here on the island, and then round up and slaughter them. So I believe that's all of the details so far. With Nadira back, that's like all other things pertinent to the case.
You also found the guard who was supposed to be guarding the gate. When you went back the second time, they were unconscious under the sleep spell.
Yeah. I didn't know if they were unconscious because someone beat them to, half to death or what.
Yeah. They were having a snooze.
That's interesting. Why didn't they just kill them? That's interesting. But yes, I am desperately hoping to hoping that someone here is smarter than Vess and is able to do an imprinting of the second page of this schedule to see if we can glean information from the previous page, the one that is missing.
Do you want me to take a look at it?
I just want someone to suggest it.
Oh,
I failed both times of coming up with that idea. I got an 8 and then I got a 4. Vess isn't gonna figure that out.
What's
I didn't know if you could do.
paper?
I was gonna say I don't. That's why I asked what type of writing and utensils was used, because I didn't know if you could do that with like a pen, like a pen like that.
Yeah, it's a dip pen. It's just a sharp point, so it's like a pencil or anything else.
It's honestly easier with
Are
like
you
a
serious?
with a quill,
Yeah.
yes.
Fuck.
The entire point of it is that it's a spiral made of glass, so when you dip it into the ink, it holds on to it for as long as you write with it for a bit. So it's basically just a rudimentary pen.
Yeah.
Listen, I only use pencils, and
I'm
also
sorry.
controversial
also-
opinion: wooden pencils are better than mechanical.
Disgusting.
Depends on what you need them for, but
I'm
yes.
banishing you.
I can do it myself, thank you.
Me kicking Daniel from the call.
You can't kick him. He's
Um,
leaving.
Vess,
Alrighty.
and what'd you guys find out from Nadira and her stuff?
I
They tried it.
wasn't paying attention. Something about an old guy with a skin condition.
Ludovon?
Yes. Gnor is a lizard folk. I don't know. You just said my name. Oh, if I'm being honest, I got distracted. Why'd you say my name?
What did you find out from Nadira and the stuff on her desk?
So outside of the appointment book, that was missing a page, which Vess is very interested in. We went and talked with her, and she mentioned that she had just some standard appointments with some of the guards, Castor, some of the other secretaries, but she mentioned that she only has a couple of people that would have an early appointment with her, those being Castor, or Tressa, the secretary that we met, with the green hair, Shahib, the bartender, and Ganor, who was a lizard folk. I guess he used to be a mayor of a city-state near where the shifters lived, and comes here for skincare.
And blackjack.
And gambling.
hookers. And blow.
Alrighty. Vess, why are you so interested in the appointment book then?
Huh? Well, I was looking to see if maybe what Nadira should be doing now could give us clues on what they don't want Nadira doing.
What about... Was there any... Can I
So,
see the
like-
notebook?
Yeah, sure. So, like, the page that was from yesterday when she was gone, you know, when whoever ambushed her appointment, it's been removed. So, like, you know, can't figure out who bopped her. You know, just like a bat.
Let me see here. I'm going to flip through the appointment book.
Okay.
Till I get to the ripped page. Was it like it was hastily ripped out? Was it carefully ripped out?
Pretty hastily. It seems like they ripped it once and then noticing they missed the top of the page, they ripped it again.
And kind of looking at the writing, does Nadira press very hard when she writes on this book?
She doesn't seem to, but if she's writing faster than before, she does.
I would like to take off one of my gloves and kind of run my hand down the page of the one that was behind the one that was ripped out. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And see if I can feel any extra lines in the paper that don't match with what's written on it.
Make a touchy check. By which I mean performance? Dex? Something with
I mean,
dex.
it could be investigation.
That too. Whichever you're feeling, honestly.
So, Dex or investigation?
Yeah.
Oh god, they're both the same, doesn't matter. $24?
24?
Yes.
Luckily for you, Nadira appears to have been writing quickly. So there's some indents that do not match the current writing on the page.
Does someone have a piece of parchment and anything of a charcoal texture or ink in general?
I rummaged through my junk.
Okay.
Oh,
Also, Kaz does.
no, I don't.
Kaz opens his leg compartment and passes them to you.
I always forgot you store this in your leg.
He nods at you.
I'm going to attempt to do like a, like those charcoal rubbings.
Yeah, rubbing, yeah.
Yeah.
Make a dexterity / sleight of hand check. And or performance, if that's easier.
I will do the dexterity sleight of hand. 18.
As you do that, you do start to receive some writing. Some parts of it is, of course, the writing of the current day's agenda. But since you have that page in front of you, you can easily guess which ones are not. You see several different meetings with guards, and one later in the afternoon with Shahib, a morning meeting with Tressa, another morning meeting with the guards, both of Rennie and Lola, and a very early morning meeting with Ganor.
Tell her. Go for it.
Sorry, I had to yawn. And one meeting a little bit after that with someone called Milana.
So the Milana was after Ganor?
Yep.
Well, here's your missing page, Vess.
Well, you found the guy?
Telro's just gonna slowly start trying to rub the ink off of his hand with a like handkerchief or something. Well,
So, like, how'd you beat him up without me seeing him?
I
Is he
didn't
invisible?
beat
Is he
anyone
an
up.
imp?
It's just the writing she had from yesterday.
If there are imps around here, I should be paying attention, but a lot more than I am now. I'll cast Divine Sense looking for imps.
There are no imps, but there are several celestially touched people in your party, and one celestial in front of you. Right? Yeah, in the room beyond you, I should say.
If they're hidden behind full cover, I can't see them.
The door's still cracked open.
Gotcha. No imps.
Well,
You must have killed him.
Nadira had a very, very early morning meeting with Ganor, and then someone named Millennia.
The guy with the skin condition?
Yes, and then another one right after that.
Gotcha.
R.I.P. Ganor.
I mean, if you mentioned his skin condition more times than I can count. So, like, it's the only thing that's gonna stick in the walnut brain of this paladin.
Well, Jay, that might rule out Well, it doesn't rule out Tressa because we don't know if it was the same person or if there was two different people.
Ludovon, you mentioned that this Gunnar used to be a mayor?
Yes, Nadira mentioned that he used to be a mayor of a city-state in the same area that. Oh, what was the small one? Ozzy was from.
Would I know if that's well, if he's a mayor, what are the odds that he was aligned with the demons if he was in power?
Roll a history check.
Terrell's also gonna scurry off to wash the ink off his hands because it's annoying.
My dice hate me. That's a 1.
Honestly, what do lizard folk do? Oh, Kaz could have helped. Yes, that is a good point.
11.
Lizard folk haven't been too involved in the alliances and political scene, but since there has been an increase in lizard folk being mistaken for Dragonborn and being turned in for bounties, there is a high chance that they would have more interaction with demons now.
And if we want somewhere to start fresh, it looks like this Gunnar or Milana. We don't know much about either of them. And if they were both scheduled in the morning, it's possible they could have had something to do with this.
Kaz says, let's go talk to this lizard with bad skin. He seems shady.
That's just prejudiced.
It's pronounced Shetty. I saw the shake of disapproval. I thought my eyes are playing tricks on me. It's just the texture brush.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I was like, oh no, my monitor's going. Wait, nope, that's just texture on the actual drawing. It's nowhere else. We're good.
It's surprisingly hard to erase a slightly transparent texture when it's on white. But yes, this is my currently only attempt at drawing lizard folk.
He's a crocodile.
Yeah, there was a large amount of crocodile pictures involved in this. But you are led to a rather nice balcony where Gunnar is seated in shade, of course, with large patches of ointment all over his face and arms that the rest seems to be covered by his cloak, with a cane leaning against his seat. Hello. You wanted to see me?
I heard you play blackjack.
It's very nice.
Well, I want to play blackjack.
Oh god, don't make me play blackjack. I thought you wanted to talk to me, not gamble.
Well, I mean, They might want to talk to you. I want to gamble. But I mean, if you want to do the talking first, you go ahead.
Personally, I'd prefer to get the talking out of the way. So what would you like to know or ask me, or why are you here in the first place, I suppose? Are you medics?
I mean, technically, yes.
What's a medic?
Oh dear.
It's somebody who applies medical care to somebody.
Gotcha. Now,
So then you aren't new, doctors.
I mean, I'm not a new doctor. I'm trained in medicine, though, and have helped people in times of need.
Are you here to talk to me about my skin or something else? Don't waste this old lizard's time.
Well, I mean, uh, we have questions for you, but if you're cooperative, I might be able to help you out.
I'm already being helped by the best the vampires can offer.
Well, I'm not a vampire, and they have no right to offer me, so nothing to
Unless you
say.
specialize in lizard skin conditions, you probably won't be able to do much more than they can.
I mean, I've had interactions with reptilian skin before.
Ask me your questions.
Uh, Assistant director and agent detective.
yeah.
Questions.
I thought that was Telro's job.
She's also
So-
assistant director.
So, Gnor,
Yes.
did you go and visit Nadira yesterday?
I think I was supposed to. By the time I got there, it seems she had a bit of a lie-in.
You're a lion. This complicates the case.
No, she slept late. Are you alright? Do you need to see a medic?
I'm gonna
No,
inside
I got
check
my own.
his statement that she was occupied.
Okay.
I will help.
That's a 21.
He seems to think she wasn't there, at least.
Mm.
So what'd you do instead?
Well, since I don't really sleep much, and I'd already missed my first appointment with someone of the day, though that wasn't my fault, of course, I decided to go rely on my old favorite pastime.
Bloodsport.
No, blackjack.
Oh. Right.
I was not very successful. It was not a good day for me. Lady Luck was not with my cards.
So like the woman that you were playing against left and then you lost? I'm confused. Who's Lady Luck?
Are you
Is she
alright?
correct?
I
Okay,
think
but
your
like
medic is not very good at his job.
I'm a medic of the body, not of the mind.
my medic has kept me alive perfectly fine. So I think everything's good. But if there's a lady that we need to be aware of for this case,
There's not. I meant that my cards were not very good.
so then who's the lady?
It is not literal.
Gotcha. Metaphysical lady.
No,
It's a
no
turn
lady
of
at all.
phrase.
A metaphysical lady.
Sure.
Metaphorical is the word you're looking for.
Metaphorical?
Yes.
What's the difference?
Metaphysical is something that exists beyond our physical existence. Metaphorical is something that doesn't exist at all.
Metaphors aren't real?
Oh
I
dear.
mean, metaphors are real, but things that are referenced in metaphors are not necessarily real.
Not necessarily. Gotcha.
Correct.
Metaphysical woman. I met a physical woman, you know.
Ganoa, Nadira
Yes.
tells me that you used to be the mayor of a city-state in
Yes.
over near the Shifters.
Yes.
How did you become that position? How did you get the position? Was it something that was like a democratically earned? Did you get voted on
Yes,
it?
I was elected, of course. What do you think we are, savages?
I would
I
like to
thought you could
insight.
just pay for it.
Oh my. And yeah, you can.
Because, like, you know, like, that's kind of how people get elected in my hometown.
That is very sad and a perversion of the democratic process.
26.
I don't think they claim to be a democracy.
He was elected to his position.
Okay, so how old are you?
Oh, 86 summers.
Gotcha. And when you're playing blackjack, do you hit on a 14 or do you not? Do you fold?
I don't know any blackjack terms. I'm sorry.
I have no idea either. I play it and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing when I play it.
I prefer to call.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
That's not a thing in blackjack.
I'm pretty sure that's not a thing.
Damn it.
Yeah.
In blackjack, you either hit or stay.
Darn it!
Stay
Oh,
is
yeah.
you keep the cards, hit is you take another, and you don't want to go above 21.
Yeah,
At a
so like
14, with the most
Oh, it's
common
that
card
game.
being 7 or lower.
wait, you made him play blackjack without knowing what blackjack was? I know what blackjack is.
Ask
Yeah.
about it.
It's 21.
Okay, I've played that before.
Okay. But yeah, on a 14, probably best to hit because I mean you're gonna lose
Yeah.
either way.
I mean, with the majority of the cards being under the value of 7, yeah.
I would hit and then cry a little bit.
Oh damn! Kept hitting the old jack. Gotcha.
Yes,
All right.
precisely.
No further questions.
Good, I can go soak.
I have a final question.
Oh dear.
Before I attempt to administer some medical care, what, if any, involvement have you had with the demons?
How about you could just ask
Well, we've had to have them return some of our countrymen.
Yeah, I understand some of your kind have been mistaken for dragon folk.
Yes, as the dragonborn grow fewer, the bounty hunters grow more desperate, and sometimes us lizards look like dragons, which I suppose is a compliment, but is a bit of an impediment upon our day-to-day lives.
I can see how that would be.
Do you have any like defenses like set up in your like city states to like prevent bounty hunters from getting in?
Well, the issue is when people leave, my dear.
I'm not a deer, but okay.
Is this also a metaphor that you do not understand?
No, I'm not a deer.
Okay. Are you Do you have a preferred nickname, child? The small person? Little one?
You could just call me Vess, but okay.
Ah, a Vess. Is that an animal?
I don't know. Probably
So-
not.
This is quite animalistic, so. So beyond the demons recruiting bounty hunt or having bounty hunters come and mistakenly take your people, you had no involvement with them in your naval duties.
Well, we've
to make
traded,
sure
of
we
course. You can't really survive without interacting with them in some way, shape, or form, unless you'd like to live in a primitive society, such as our neighbors. But oh. You may find that some of my folk could both enjoy the experience and the others do not. We have quite different personalities in our mix, you know. We're not all, the same person.
Let the record show that the DM is dissing my previous character.
Excuse you, Gnor is.
And who's speaking?
It's Gnor.
What, you don't
He's
like
but
my
a puppet!
voice?
The mastermind behind this whole plot is the DM. We must capture her.
I would like to roll to perceive this metaphysical reality that we are in and try to see the
metaphysical woman.
It all
I-
comes
likes
together.
the DM. It comes full circle.
Was my demon answer clear enough, or do you have any clarifying questions?
I mean, from what I understand, it's just, simple bureaucracy bullshit that he had to deal with. Nothing more than that.
Indeed, we never had an outpost on our lands or had to deal with them very closely, but they exist, we exist, and we all sadly exist around the same place.
Okay. I believe that is my final question, unless any of my compatriots have any more. I think we'll leave you be. If you would like me to attempt some medical treatment, I would be happy to do so.
I have a medicinal soak waiting for me in my room. I'll pass.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Would you like a lozenge? I'll say just stuffing like bar peanuts in my mouth. Shells and all.
I don't mean to be rude, sir, but I think I could provide some assistance if you just allow me.
You are indeed being rude. I'm going to leave now. He stands up from his chair, kind of
Can I
hunched
help
over
him
his
up?
cane. He smacks your hand.
As he smacks my hand, I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration.
You cast Lesser Restoration and you find, issues. It's not really, I don't know. I don't know if eczema counts as a disease or not.
It is.
Reoccurring one, though, so you
Eczema.
cure some of it for now. Because it's basically, you can't really cure it forever, sadly. Modern medicine. A sad time. Listen, if my knuckles have to be cracked and dry all the time, so does this lizard skin.
Gotcha.
Confirmed. The DM is a lizard.
Just don't lizardify the whole town, and Peter Parker won't have to beat your ass. Anyway, want to guess what movie I watched recently?
So, the lizard kind of looks a little relieved, but does not thank you and stumps away with his cane, his tail swishing behind him.
Well, that was honestly rather uneventful, unhelpful, I don't know how to best put it, but we didn't really learn much.
I was unproductive. I'm telling you guys. Just because he has a skin condition doesn't mean he's a shady character. Anyway, these bar chips are great.
That's a leaf.
No, it's actual chips. Poker chips.
I hate this.
You one-upped me, and I'm so proud of you.
So where
Yeah.
to now?
Well, again, my gut instinct has always pointed me to the bartender.
Wasn't there another name?
Milana.
Melvin? That's what it was.
It was
Melvin.
wasn't it like millennia?
Milana.
Moana?
Milana. With an L in it.
Michael.
Sure.
Is that who you'd like to see next?
Yes. Is this
Okay.
movie
Next, you are led to a side room with a half-orc lady within it, with, I guess, medium darkness of green skin? I don't really know how to describe that. I
a
didn't make her
foresty
super
green?
deep. I think it's leaning more towards mint.
It's definitely
But-
not meant.
I'm staring at it on my phone, which is not helpful. Yeah, it's not mint. I don't know. I thought foresty green was deeper than this.
It can be. That's why I said foresty.
Ah. My brain's telling me algae, but I don't know if anybody wants to be called that.
Mid-tone green.
And she has vibrant purple tattoos on her face, with long orangish brown hair, and a rather short tusk. She does not speak.
I'm just gonna like cough awkwardly. Guys, you could ask a question, so are we just gonna stare at her awkwardly?
Hello there.
Hello?
Hello, Kenobi.
What was that?
Look, just because, you're being accompanied by a metal robot who may or may not be able to use light swords, it doesn't mean you have to use the Grievous voice.
Oh, that's what that was. I
Yeah.
could not differentiate what words are being said. It just sounded like he was drowning.
Might have been too.
Can we ask you a couple of questions?
I suppose.
So we are helping Nadira kind of. She lost a page in her appointment book, and we're trying to help it put it back together.
Oh,
Did you by
tragic.
chance see her yesterday?
I believe I was supposed to, but I ended up talking to Tressa instead. Nadira wasn't available.
I would like to insight.
Feel free.
based on the message that I see, I think that Kaz was trying to help, but I'm not 100% certain.
Oh, oh, okay, yeah, you can help.
Confirmed.
Totally
Kaz
interpreted
confirms
that
it.
because I had drowning in my head, so I was like, wait, is he drowning? Does he need actual assistance?
Yeah, see, for those of you who don't know, Kaz is in the middle of the ocean right now, on a raft, streaming with us.
I just, Vern's making weird associations today.
That
What'd
is
you
a
get?
19.
She appears to have had a really short conversation with Tressa that she's calling talking to her.
I apologize, I'm writing stuff down.
That's-
Melinda,
And that is not my name.
I apologize. So, like, what did you need to meet with Nadira for?
Well, I haven't been to this island before, but I am kind of enjoying my time on it, so I wanted to double check the requirements for re-entry once I've left.
I see. This figure does not appear to be vampiric, right?
Yeah, there be
Not
no
a
vamps.
vampire.
None of that blood-sucky stuff.
But they got a thing.
It's a
Um,
tusk.
I know.
See, the triangle's the other way around.
The triangles are all the same to this, because
That's
that's
fair.
got both directions of triangles. Goblins just have rows upon rows of shark teeth. That's just
You know,
how
fair
it is.
Yeah.
So like, do you just like gambling?
No, I've been on a bit of a journey. My ultimate destination is with Liek, with the tieflings. But I've been island hopping my way there, and it's been quite informative.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing that too. I went to the Kalashtar the place with all the dwarves, and
That is not the
and
Kalashtar.
no, it's called Kalashtar or something like that.
No, Khazadar. Are you okay?
I don't read signs. It's fine. And then I went into like a guided tour, into the Underdark, and then my
Oh.
guide got eaten by a giant bug.
Well, that's less good.
No, it was awesome.
Oh.
So I got a free backpack out of it too. But
Well, yeah, fair.
and then but yeah, now I'm here at this vampire island place.
And how have you been liking it?
Well, they got a lot of booze, but it all
Always a
tastes a
plus.
little weird.
Yeah. They cut it with blood.
That's badass. Oh my god, that's badass. Anyway, so like, why do you want to go to Liek? What's special about the not demon people?
I'm sorry, I just love the way you phrased that.
Melina, when you talked with Tressa, did she say that she didn't know where Nadira was? Or did she say she was out of the office currently?
Just that she was out.
Did she give a reason why?
No, but I figured it was something more important than just telling me how to get in and out of the casino.
Can I recall which meeting was prior to what was the order of these two meetings?
Gnor, then Milana.
Gotcha. Huh. I'm gonna pull assistant director Ludovan to the side. I'm gonna bend him down so he's at my eye level. I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say,
How tall is Vess?
huh?
How tall is Vess?
3'11".
You fold him in half.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Like you're like 6 something, aren't you?
6'4".
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I will grab your shoulders and pull you down by literally jumping and pulling you down. And I'll be and like and I was like, all right, that's a bit odd, right? Like it was her meeting came after the lizard, and the lizard was told that she overslept, and now we're hearing she's out of the office.
She doesn't sleep in the office.
Yeah. What I'm
But
saying is that they were both given different reasons for her being late to the meeting or missing it.
I mean, that is a fair point, but I was thinking of it from a different angle. I think we
Updates?
need to talk to Tressa. But we should still talk with Milana and see if there's any other information. Maybe Talro or Jay can ask something. They seemed a bit more scary.
I could be scary. It's kind of my old job.
Ves, you have bits of poker chips in your teeth.
And
That's not scary.
it can be.
I mean, maybe, but not to me.
I mean, think about it. If I can bite through a door, I can bite through your leg.
You can bite through a door. When did you bite through a fucking door?
Did nobody go check on the damage I did? It's like you don't respect my work. I'm gonna go pout.
Milana, how long have you been on the island?
This will be day 5.
And you like it that much after just being here for such a short time?
Can I insight that?
Sure.
Well,
1 second, let me actually roll. Yeah, you believe her 100%.
gotcha.
Well, I find the architecture thrilling.
And the constant darkness doesn't bother you at all?
No, we were partially nomadic, and as such, I've lived in caves before. It's nice. This way, I don't get sunburnt.
Going to shoot something. Okay. I'll be like, yeah, I know how it is. You know, all these scars it's so easy to burn them. It's pretty cool out here.
Yeah, I can imagine that you would not have a nice time with peeling scars.
Oh, I don't really care for the pain. It's tedious.
And incredibly uncomfortable. Just so itchy.
I mean, I guess. But anyway, I would like to use Divine Sense.
Feel free. What does it tell you again?
Fiend, undead, celestial. Within 60
Well,
feet.
you have your usual pings from your group.
Yeah. Kind of just background noise at this point.
Nothing from the person in front of you.
Gotcha. Alright. She's clean.
I just took a bath. Her hair is indeed slightly wet at the ends.
Are you traveling with anybody?
No, this is sort of my journey to adulthood, you could say.
Then why'd you say we?
Did I say we?
Said that we were nomadic, I think.
Oh, yes, the people I live with at home.
Where's
Insight.
home?
17 insight for that.
As I have to pull up my own map. We live in Sharn.
Kind of a roundabout way to get to Liak. But alright.
Yes, I opted for the longer journey.
Would you did she ever answer what she liked about the tieflings?
No, not about the tieflings. I forgot about that. Sorry. I'm going to look at their prison.
What? Huh? Do you want to be arrested? Because I can tell you it's pretty easy.
No, I am I'm looking into various ways that people imprison their prisoners and investigating how it impacts their mental health.
Why are you a liberal?
No, it's part of my research project, as the traditions of our culture involve both a physical journey and a mental journey as you reach adulthood. So we must both present our research and our physical travels.
That's pretty cool.
It's a lot
I
of
couldn't-
work, but it's rewarding.
Yeah, I could never do research. Like, I tried being a detective for like all of 10 minutes. Ugh.
It does take training.
Yeah. I have taken training.
To be a detective?
Oh. Well, when you put it that way.
Have you toured any other prisons?
I did get to look at that of the Wood Elves, which was very interesting. And I asked the Furbolgs, they refused me.
Wait,
The
Furbolgs
Minotaur
are
don't
prison
have
people?
prisons.
I thought they were just big fuzzy bears.
No.
Oh, I guess that's my prejudice.
The High Elves tried to capture me, so I ran away from them. I haven't been brave enough to ask at Ascension. I shudder to think of what their prisons are like. So I have been to a few.
But why stop here?
To be honest, I've never seen a vampire before. I thought it would be interesting.
Can I ask a random question?
Sure.
If you were in a library
Yes.
and you noticed that the books were organized by color instead of author, would you fix it?
Of course.
Okay.
That's so wrong. How are you going to find anything if you have them organized by color?
I mean, like, I don't know. I just like how things look, but it's completely unrelated.
But storing information properly and with expediency is the most important part.
Mm-hmm.
It's far better
Question?
to alphabetize them.
Question for the
Yes.
DM.
Yeah.
Did the books that were put back very quickly look like they were close to other ones in the same alphabetical group?
Oh, absolutely not.
They were just completely random.
Yeah, they just they had
Okay.
clearly taken out a stack of titles that interested them or they thought would be helpful, and then just hurriedly shoved them back into the gaps.
Okay.
Once I found out that they were all romance novels.
Probably that, and once they heard Telro scooting about. It's now canon that orcs all have to write theses, doctoral theses.
Theses.
Thank
The Ship of Theses.
you.
Wait, that's what it could be called because they have to go on a journey.
Hey, Vess.
Huh?
When you went with Telro this morning
Yeah.
and you
To the
got
bar.
shocked, did you have gloves on?
Yeah.
Can I look at Vez's gauntlets?
Sure.
I want to see if there's any sign of shock on them, like anything like damage or
Like burn scars.
yeah.
Roll a looky check.
Which looky skill am I using?
Whichever one you like.
Okay. That is a 24 perception.
Your lovely Vess does not have any marks on anything. Apparently the shock was not enough to do any real lasting damage.
Oh, my hand's pristine.
Well, I guess I must have. There's an idea at the very least.
I'm gonna be self-conscious about my gloves now. You looked at them
Gloves
for
are
so
fine,
long.
Vess.
Why did you look at them?
Just wanted to see if there was any sign of burning or anything from when you got shocked.
Oh, no. Do you want there to be?
Please no.
I mean, I could just go back up to the office and do it again until it burns.
No.
No? Okay.
Please don't, because that
I
would.
mean, if you come begging to me some other day saying, "Hey Vess, we need you to go electrocute yourself again," I'm gonna be like, "Oh, ship sail, ship sail."
What if it was to fight something? Would you electrocute yourself then?
What, to get to the other side to fight it?
Yes.
I suppose it depends on what, but yeah, probably.
Fair enough. I can respect it.
Because like, I mean, if I'm gonna go fight the that old lizard man guy, I could probably snap him in half. So probably wouldn't be a fair fight.
So, are you done asking me questions? Can I leave?
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
Any location that she listed, is there known to be a Fey portal, a Feywild portal in any of those locations?
Make a history / thinky / I don't know, whatever else you think would help check.
I would imagine Taro could help with that.
Yeah.
Huh?
A history thinky check.
Oh yeah, I'll help.
Mhm.
That's a 19.
There might be one or two, but not at all of them.
Okay.
What's funny though is here is case in point why you should never talk to the cops. Because the more things you say, the more suspicious you sound, even if you're completely innocent. Because that lizard guy didn't say jack shit. We don't have anything on him, so we're just kind of dismissed him. But this orc lady, she said a lot. And it's like, oh, well, maybe she's suspicious because of all the things she say. Still, don't mess up a man's color-coordinated book organization. She's on my list because she answered in the affirmative, even though it's been completely disproven. The bartender and sir, they're doing it because they want to run away together or something. I've solved the case. They all happen to relate to romance novels for some reason.
That'd be hilarious if you were right.
Oh, I am right.
And if you were
I will-
right, I'll buy you Chipotle.
I don't want to take that bet because I'm definitely gonna have to buy you Chipotle.
No. It's I'll buy you Chipotle. that's
Oh,
it.
okay. If it's one-sided, then I'll take it.
If it's because the bartender and the orc lady want to run away together, then I will buy you Chipotle on that one.
Yeah, the demon army thing is just completely tangential. It's not even remotely related to the story that we've been dealing with so far. It's just this romance between these characters we just met.
It'd be so funny.
Are we done
Yeah.
asking questions?
I'm gonna leave if you don't have any more.
I turn to the fearless leader. The normal one.
I'm not really sure who that is. Is it Jay?
Yeah, the normal one.
Oh, okay.
Are we done here?
I think we're good.
Alright. Yep, you're free to go.
Okay, good. She leaves and heads off in what you can
I'll
assume is the
hand
direction.
her a poker chip for your troubles.
This means nothing to me.
It's a snack.
I don't eat poker chips.
I will eat one directly in front of her.
Are you sure you don't need any? You know they have the medical wing, right? It's very advanced.
I live my life how I want to live my life.
Okay. She leaves in the direction of the library.
You know?
Elro.
Yes, you could just see Tyler was kind of like, goggles down, hand over his eyes, like he's getting really annoyed with this.
Do you know if anybody else would be immune to the protection glyph on Castor's office?
I mean, to be fair, I didn't even know it was there. I don't even know how he. I don't really know a lot about how glyphs work, but I don't know how he might have made sure it didn't affect me. I don't know if you can name multiple people like that. I guess if I go take a closer look at it, I could give you that answer.
Is the way it sounds, either he activated it before he was banished when somebody was still in the room, or somebody activated it after they banished him and then left so that other people couldn't go and investigate.
It was activated because there was a button underneath his desk that turns it off and on.
But is it possible that maybe he wasn't the one that activated it?
I couldn't answer that. I mean, I can go study the glyph again.
Okay, but like, why would the other person do that? All it does is prevent you from going into the bedroom.
It doesn't affect the door into the office?
It affects the door into the office, I believe.
Get it? I came into the office without getting zapped.
Did you?
I think Talro opened the door, though.
No.
Well, the glyph's still active. I'm gonna go to Castor's office.
I'll follow.
Okay.
I will try to open the office.
Zap.
I'm zapped. I'll do it again.
Zap.
I'll do it again.
Zap.
Yeah. Maybe this time.
Zap.
Yeah. Maybe this time.
Bess.
Maybe this time.
Bess.
Huh?
I'm gonna hold Bess's hand.
I would like to try it.
Are my gloves burned yet?
Smoking.
By the way, DM,
Here you
whenever
go.
you do the zap, it like cuts off right when the Z sound starts, just to give you a heads up. It's almost too quiet.
Amazing.
So
Yeah, it's just
when I grab the handle, can I push through the zap?
No.
Mhm.
You get shocked and the door remains locked.
They would have had to have let themselves out somehow. So either the door didn't zap them, or they
Never
magicked
opened the
their
door.
way out.
Can you magic your way through the door? Hang on, I can try. Leave the door shut.
But I went in.
Hang on, let me try something. Leave the door shut. And I would like to try and Misty Step my way through the door.
Misty Step you have to see.
Oh.
I can try to get in.
Take me with you!
It's a dimension door.
Yeah.
I'm smaller than you!
Are you gonna waste a spell slot for this?
I'll just take a nap. It's fine.
Is it a
Okay.
spell
What
slot or
level
Misty
is
Step?
Misty
Oh.
Step? Not Misty Step, Dimension Door.
Well, I'll test it,
Or-
and if Vess wants to come, then it's Dimension Door.
Take me with you!
You have
I'll
used a
try.
spell slot, and it fails.
Hey,
Alright, where are we going?
it's
You
not
make-
working.
You make your little doorway, and you try to open that door, and the door does not open for you.
What, are you like forbidden or something?
Magic's blocking it. The protection won't let us in.
Oh, so it is forbidden. Gotcha.
Can I make an Arcana check to see what kind of glyph would be strong enough to prevent that kind of magic?
Sure.
I will help on that.
That is a natural 2029.
So there's several options for it. It could be a simple anti-magic field expanded over the office, with something layered on the outside that would shock people. It could be, just, things below a certain level just don't work. It could also be a dispel magic. There's a lot of options.
Pelro, can you let me into the office?
Take me with you!
I will open the door.
The door opens.
I'm gonna walk in.
Okay.
I will go with.
You both
I'm gonna
walk in.
attempt to shut the door.
You shut the door.
I will open it!
It opens.
Alright, yeah.
They could have let themselves out. Now the matter of fact is, who knows where the button was?
Castor.
Well, yes, but that's the part that we've been missing. We've been asking people who might not know exactly where that button is.
It is possible that Castor hit it before he was banished.
But okay. Realistically speaking, shouldn't this also like send out a little alert to someone saying like, hey, the boss man's kind of used the whole mega lockdown of the office. Like that seems like a reasonable thing to have on this button, right?
Can I check the glyph system button to see with my tinkering tools or Arcana to see if it has an extra relay that does something like that?
You would not be able to figure that out.
Okay.
Would I be able to figure it out?
Potentially, but I'm gonna take a bathroom break, so I'll be quick. Did that work?
Vess wasn't coming through.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to run the animation screens?
Yeah.
Is this a break?
Huh?
Is this the break?
It can be.
Okay.
As well.
I'll run it, but we can't speak then.
Just turn off the mic volume.
I returned. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're back.
Yes, we were coming
was
back
waiting-
from the break.
Hello. Alrighty. I want to go find the old lizard guy.
Again?
Yeah.
I'm going to stay in the office to keep pondering this glyph thing.
Do I find him?
If you ask for help, yes. If you don't, it might take you a while.
Sure. I'll walk up to every person I see and it's like, have you seen the lizard man?
Luckily, well, actually, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna flip my little good DM, bad DM coin. Unfortunately, the first person you find is another guest, who looks at you in complete confusion. What?
Lizard guy. Seen him. The lizard man.
I have not seen any lizard men. Are there lizard folk here?
Alright. You're useless.
I was not informed about this when I signed up for this vacation.
I move on.
I will not tolerate this! Excuse me? Manager! You leave her calling for a manager behind.
I find someone else. Have you seen the lizard man?
Luckily for you, this is a medic who seems to be just leaving a hallway. And they nod to you and point you Down the hallway they just left. Yes, he's just settled into his soak.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you.
No problem.
Is the door to his bath locked?
It is not.
Okay, don't have to use my lockpick. I will step inside.
You see him curled up inside a deep mud pit, with only his head and snoot poking out.
Yo,
He turns to face you with the mud bubbling around him, nice and toasty. Oh, it's you again.
so who told you that Nadira was sleeping in?
Oh, nobody. That's just what I assumed.
So like when she didn't show up, you just fucked off?
I'm an old man. I'll wait 10 to 15 minutes, but no more.
Gotcha. All right, that was it. Enjoy your
Oh.
bath or whatever.
Yes, I'm having a lovely mud soak.
I'll have to ask my dermatologist about that.
Does wonders.
All right. Yep, that's all I had to ask.
Okay.
We can still talk to Tressa, Shahib, and there's Lola, the guard.
There's also Rennie, the other guard.
Well, yeah, her too.
Sorry, wasn't sure if you were excluding her on purpose or not.
Well, I mean, she was the one who was unconscious, so I mean, like, we can still talk to her. Maybe she'll have information that's helpful, but she didn't before.
DM,
Yeah.
are you able to cast Banishment on yourself?
I suppose theoretically. Although you have to fail your own. Well, you'd fail willingly. Would you like to speak to anyone else today?
I would like to talk with Tressa.
I'll go with you.
You find her back in the secretarial office, and she leads you to the break room. Would you like any coffee?
Yeah.
I'm good, thank you though.
Do you have any preferences for roast? We have full roast. We have some with mocha mixed in. We do have a interesting white roast, and one imported from well, bless them, the dwarves.
Yeah, sure. I didn't get to have any coffee when I was with the dwarves. So I'll take that.
Okay. She fills up a filter, places it in a rather complex pouring setup, and sets a kettle to boil. Now, what can I help you with?
Alright, I'm answering a a rather weird text message my sister sent me that appears to be important.
I'll ask for you. What did you need? Who are we talking to?
We're talking to Tressa. I was
Gotcha.
gonna ask if she had talked to Milana this
Got it.
morning.
Perhaps in passing. It wasn't very long at all.
So, what would I really need that coffee? But we're just trying to piece together the the timeline. You know, God, I really need the coffee. What the fuck's up in my throat? It's the plague. All right.
Clearly.
So like, we're trying to piece together the timeline of events. You know, standard crime procedural procedure.
Uh-huh.
And so like, could you retrace as best you can remember the things you did this morning
Well,
or yesterday morning? Sorry.
well, I got up. I came in a little bit early to the office. I had a lot of like papers that I needed to put in a different box for outgoing messages that I had left to do this morning. So I came in to do that. And I like to come in just a tiny bit early so that I can start boiling the kettle. And then at the time Nadira was supposed to come in, she didn't, and I was kind of like, oh dear. But it turns out she had also come in early, so that was a pleasant surprise. And then
You came in early.
Yes.
Do you have like a time card system or something?
No.
So wait, what had? But how do you know? How do you know she was in?
I saw her.
Insight.
Feel free.
Anyone?
She believes she saw Nadir this morning. Yesterday morning. The morning in question.
And and then after that, you bumped into Melinda.
Well, not quite. Then I had to step out to deliver some messages. Perhaps that was also my bathroom break. They do tend to run together. A coffee in the morning does interesting things.
I wouldn't know.
And then I had a couple other things to take care of outside the office. I collected some plant cuttings that I need to show to the gardeners. And then I bumped into Milana, and we had a very short discussion.
I see. To the best of your recollection, what did you tell her? Or actually, what did she tell you?
I believe she had inquiries about outgoing ships that she could get on, which I informed her of to the best of my knowledge. I'm not in charge of the travel times. That's a different person. So I gave her their name and sent her in their direction. And then she left.
I see. And that was all that your discussion was about?
Yes.
Okay.
I
What
think
time was that ship's departure?
it was supposed to be leaving today at about 5.
What time is it?
It is Probably about 1.
I'm gonna look at Ludovan. Do like the whole like try and communicate with just my eyes. And I will hope that he gets it.
Can I insight the look of eyes?
Sure.
Do I need to do like a performance check?
I literally have no clue what the hell you're insinuating.
Make your checks.
26.
22.
He understands everything completely, so please explain.
This contradicts what the orc lady told us. Almost like everything about it.
See, I was putting 2 and 2 together as well, but my pencil is not sharp and I can barely read my handwriting.
Well, it's a
Wow.
shame that you can't just click it and it becomes sharp again.
I will sharpen it with a knife. Oh no, it's a mechanical pencil. Put that away.
He's being attacked by mechanical pencils.
No.
No!
It was the same color as a wooden pencil.
So yeah, but it had a plastic tip on it. So let me. So what you're insinuating is that
One of them is lying.
yes, okay, that's what I thought. So I didn't know if we had determined who was lying. But that being said, Tressa mentioned that she thought she had seen Nadira earlier on in the morning.
Correct.
Milana said she talked with Tressa, and Tressa did not say. Tressa said that
She
Nadira was not
out
in.
of the office, which would
Yeah.
have been which is exactly what I'm getting at, is a direct contradiction of what was previously informed to us.
Yeah.
This is a true whodunit now. We're actually getting testimonies and comparing them. Oh man, if only I was still playing someone who had half a brain.
Well, that wouldn't have been Ozzy either.
Excuse you, Ozzy was at least a 10 intelligence, I think.
Fair.
It's just, the whole. I feel like Ozzy would have gotten no information out of people because Ozzy would have been completely distracted by any A9 bullshit that they came up with.
Yes.
Do you have any other questions?
Do I have any other questions?
I'm talking to my partner here.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, my director. Assistant director. The roles are getting a bit muddy.
Still looking over my notes to see if I can figure out any questions to ask. Oh, how long has Milana been here? I'm assuming you have some sort of record system detailing
Oh,
who comes and
yeah.
who leaves.
Well, this should be her 5th day. I had looked it up when she was asking me about leaving times.
Where's the boat that you gave her? Where's it headed? What's its bearing?
I believe that is headed towards the Giants to trade a little bit, and then its ultimate destination is the Liex.
Alright. The boat that she came on.
Yeah.
Do you know what where that arrived from?
It came in a very direct direction. I believe it had stopped at the Furbolgs.
Alright. So very least that comes up. And now, did you ever run into Gunnar?
Gunnar?
Gunnar today, or the day in question?
Um, I think I was not in office when he was supposed to meet with Nadira. Because I remember. I think I might have passed him in the hall on his way here, but I'm really not sure. I was kind of reading the schedule for the day.
I see. So
So you didn't pass. So you think you might have passed the Gnar?
Yeah, mostly because his cane is kind of distinctive, but I suppose it could have been someone in high heels. I was looking down.
wouldn't you hear too if it was high heels?
Not if one was on the carpet and one wasn't.
I feel like that's an uncomfortable way to walk. Just having two different textures underneath your foot. Ugh.
People are odd.
Yeah, you're telling me. Hmm. Well, Assistant Director Ludovan, I don't have any questions. If you have any further, I suppose this is a good time to ask them.
Um. So Nadira tells me that you do a lot with nature magic,
Yes.
and that you really value balance and things.
Yes, that's quite nice.
So I've got to ask, as somebody who studies nature, how has the fauna been here? The fauna and flora.
Well, we do have quite a selection. Some bits of magic from the Feywild can creep over from the gate. So the surrounding forest around the gate from the Feywild is quite alive in a very interesting and fun way to study. And the forest around the old dilapidated temple is also quite lush and full. And we do have some interesting creatures. We have, deer, but then we also have the deer that have been close to the portal, and they have evolved in very interesting ways. And of course, sometimes we do have vampiric animals from people who have not been careful or who might have had an accident with them, and those are also very interesting.
Has the eternal darkness, I guess, messed with anything here? Everything seems to be
Um,
growing quite well.
we have managed to kind of filter it so light can still get to like plants. It's not like complete darkness, I should say. And if we do need some more light, we do have like some stones that some people know how to enchant that can give off like replacement sunlight, which is very fascinating.
Maybe that does sound very interesting at the very least.
Yes, I'm honestly hoping that we can trade with some of the settlements in the Underdark and get some more darkness inclined plants to grow, because I think that would be a good addition.
That would be certainly rather interesting.
Yes.
I have one further question.
Oh, what?
Is my coffee ready?
Oh, sorry, yes. She starts to pour the now boiled water um, over top of the coffee grounds in the filter, and it trickles nicely into a little glass teacup. Would you like me to add anything to it?
Yeah,
What?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'll do what I like to do.
Okay.
And saying that, she pulls out several different containers, one of which includes honey as the natural sweetener. Um, she adds in some like chunks of chocolate to melt into it, and tops it off with cream before passing it to you.
I will unhinge my jaw like Stitch and dump it in.
You know, it's surprisingly nice.
That's
Depending on
good
whether
shit.
you like sweet stuff or not.
Do you think Vess is of discerning taste?
Okay, fair, yeah.
That's some good shit.
Oh, I'm so pleased.
DM,
Yeah.
can I make a smarty person check with the information she's given us to see if I can pull together any other points, take out some leads?
Sure.
Oh, I was thinking we could do this when we like reconvene with Nadira.
Well, Teller's just gonna do it in his head real quick,
Gotcha.
because
Telro is just thinking.
Teller's smart, player's not smart.
Telro's doing that thought stuff.
23.
So kind of smacking your head together. You do have two contradicting accounts of a conversation between Milana and Tressa. Depending on who you're more inclined to believe, it appears that Tressa was out of the office, or so she says, at the time that Nadira was supposed to be meeting Gnor, and supposedly did see her at the beginning of the day. However, she was out of the office during the time span at which Nadira managed to be banished, without anybody to corroborate that story, it seems.
Okay.
She does not appear to have any lingering resentments against the ecosystem that the vampires have developed. But, you know, people can lie, so who really knows?
Alrighty.
How long has Gunnar been coming here?
Oh my, it's been years. He's a very nice guest once you get past his brusque attitude. And he really does just enjoy coming and just soaking in the atmosphere.
So he said he's been coming here for several decades, almost a century now.
Yes.
Right?
He said he was 86.
Sorry, I said several years.
I know.
So then why? What? I'm confused
I was
now.
trying to walk her into a, hey, go along with it. This is incorrect information.
Oh, sorry. I, as a DM, I was confused.
You're good.
He has, clarifying, he has been coming for decades.
Okay. Not close to a century, though.
No.
Okay.
He's been coming since he retired, which was about 20 years ago or so.
Okay. Jay or Kaz or Vest, do you guys have any more questions?
Nah, I'm good. I got my coffee.
Then I guess we go back to Nadira.
Yeah. I walked in the room.
Okay, you guys arrive back at Nadira's room and shuffle in.
Yep.
Hello.
All right. We got some hot tea.
I see.
It was coffee. We have hot coffee.
Okay.
Someone's telling us lies.
Well, that's not good.
So the last person I want to question is you.
Okay.
Can you recount the day that you got kind of backed?
Yes. I did come into the office early. I had, oh goodness, what was I doing? I had something specific in mind, but now that we've had all this excitement, I can't quite remember what I was going to do anymore. I picked up my usual cup of, I like to drink orange juice in the mornings, I will admit. So I picked that up.
That's guilty behavior if I've ever heard of it. I'm sorry.
So I picked that up, and headed into my office to just take care of a few things, honestly. And I had settled down to do that when someone knocked at my door, and I was facing the bookcase behind my desk, so I did have my back to them. And then I got banished.
I see. Do you recall any of the things that you had to do in the day that you got backed?
Well, I know that I missed a meeting with Gnor, but that was probably just to arrange, like, his usual accommodations. He mostly comes to bother me about it because he likes to have small talk. And then I was the new guest wanted to talk about different, both entering and exiting the island and like how to become a member of the casino and such. So that was the next meeting. And then I wanted to talk to our different security guards, because just the usual check-in.
Okay. Yeah. The Orc Lady's lying.
Oh,
Nadira, did you say that you had the meeting with Milana?
I was supposed to.
Okay. I thought I had misheard and said that she did.
Oh.
That's why I was
She
asking.
missed the meeting.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Thank you.
But yeah. She told us a completely different story to what Tristan
Tressa.
Tessellation.
I see.
What she said. And her story is corroborated by you. So the Orc Lady's lying.
Well, that's not good.
Solve the case. She is indeed trying to elope with the bartender.
Excuse me?
Yeah, because something about parents being overbearing, a thrilling coming of age tale filled with romance. I'm not 100% sure.
Have you been reading one of the books in Castor's office?
The strategy guides, yeah.
That they're not strategy guides.
They're all about war.
I have bad news for you, Vess. He pretends they're about war. He puts the wrong covers on the books.
I can read the cover of a book, and I read a book by its cover.
Oh dear. Nadira is not going to attempt to persuade Vess any further. She knows a lost cause when she sees one.
So, pulling the information together, we think it's Melania.
I love how nobody has gotten her name right.
So I'm really bad at mysteries. You guys know this.
No, you're fine.
I'm trying to keep this together. Can someone explain to me why we think it's her? I missed the part of. Did she say something about Nadira that's wrong?
She lied about, well, like her, I guess not necessarily lie, but the contradiction in her testimony was she went and met with Tessellation, and Tessellation said, like, according to Melinda, that Nadia was not in the office today, which is completely incorrect, and also the nature of the conversation between Matthew and Tyler was completely different between their two testimonies. And so the reason I suspect that the one who is lying is, God, I really wish I could get her name right once, just so that way the bit seems, intentional. But I don't know what her name is. I will never remember.
Milana?
Yeah.
Milana, got it. And so with Milana, I think she's lying because the story from Tressa was corroborated more or less by Nadira's account of that day.
DM.
Yeah.
The Melania said she was from
Milana.
Sharn, correct?
Milana said what?
She is from Sharn.
Oh, yes.
Since I have been very close to Sharn a good portion of my life, and I know that is she a half-orc?
Yes.
I know the half-orcs are over there, right?
Yeah.
Do I know if they work closely with the demons?
With the way that the continent split up, the orcs were divided into several different islands. Some of them were near the high elves, some of them were near the wood elves, and some of them ended up like on a portion that was like the wilds. So each of those orc settlements have been forced to rely and align themselves with their neighbors. So from that, you know that the high elves work with the demons, and thus, if she is from a high elf settlement or a high elf aligned settlement, she would be willing to work with demons.
Can I figure out if she is from a high elf settlement based on how she acts and her coming of age thing?
You could roll a history check, yes.
$25.
You would know that those tattoos on her face are very similar to that your people get when they become of age.
She's from a high elf settlement. The half-orc is from a high elf settlement. She would 100% work with demons.
But like, she's an orc.
Those tattoos on her face are my people. You get those when you come of age.
You don't got those tattoos.
No, I don't.
Oh. Does that mean you're technically not an adult?
I ran away.
Yeah, but like, culturally speaking, I think Castor's in a bit of legal issue.
I will shoot you. But
I've never been shot before.
she is definitely working with the demons. or would be okay working with them because she is part of one of our settlements.
I take it they won't be joining us if we do a whole war.
Oh god, no. Also, DM, I'm just assuming I don't have those tattoos because I'm assuming I just never got them. I didn't know the right answer there.
Honestly, it's up to you. It's just character design if you want them or if you don't want them.
Do they have to be on the face?
Traditionally they're done in white on the face, but you can get them elsewhere too.
Okay, yeah, he'll have them somewhere, but he'll just say no, he doesn't have them on the face.
You can put them on your chest. That's fine.
Yeah, he just
No,
won't
no,
say
no.
where.
I find it significantly more funny that by some cultural definitions, Gaster could be having a bit of a panic attack right now.
Actually, what age would that be at, Natalie, to get those?
Well, when elves mature, they mature at 100. So in your high elf society, you always get them at 100, unless you've done something especially cool beforehand. Then you can earn them that way. But for the orcs, with their coming of age ceremony, it's generally done right before they leave.
Okay, I am 130. That's why I was checking to make sure I might actually be underage or not.
He's 99, Caster.
Yeah, then
No, we are not getting into a Twilight situation over here.
No. Yeah, then he has them somewhere else, but he will not allude to where or anything. He'll just say, no, I don't have them.
Fine.
I just wanted to make sure I was not doing something stupid. But yes, tell her to say out loud that she is from a high elf settlement and all that. If that contradicts anything she said about the high elves, I did not hear if she did or didn't.
Which we never asked about the High Elves because she said she was from Sharn.
I thought she said something about she didn't like the high elves or something like that.
The Wood Elves
never
wouldn't let her in
mentioned
a prison.
He mentioned the High Elves. She said that they tried to capture her when she was going to check out the prisons.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that I said that.
Then why would they capture her if she's...
Well, she might be lying. She's the lion.
Well, tell her we'll point that out then.
She's Nadira's lion.
Oh my god.
I figured it out, guys. Pieced it together. I'm a genius. What could I say?
Yeah, obviously.
So, kind of an interesting idea,
Mm-hmm.
but how tall's Nadira?
Oh god. 5'6"?
Short queen.
Excuse you, that's 2 inches above America's national average.
Yeah, but she's a god.
I need to look at a spell.
Gods can be short.
Mm-hmm.
That's just rude.
Okay, this is gonna look a little bit weird, but I think we might be able to have a trump card.
What's our ace in the hole, detective?
Oh, sorry, I lied. She's 5'2".
Oh, you actually have that recorded somewhere?
Yeah, I have my hot vamp stuff, and it's only describing Nadira and Castor.
That's only a couple inches taller than me.
I am using my racial casting of Disguise Self to make myself look like Nadira. And I can
Okay.
appear up to 1 foot shorter, so she is, in this version, 5'4". So slightly shorter, but still looks exactly like Nadira.
No,
Well,
she's
hold
now
on,
too
hold on.
tall.
No. She's wearing 2-inch heels.
Amazing.
If Milana was the one who banished Nadira, it'd be one hell of a surprise for Nadira to walk up to her again.
So what you're saying is you want to be banished again?
So what I'm saying is, we walk up and find her, and I'm disguised like this, and see how she reacts.
How good are you at putting on a voice?
I'm not gonna speak.
I feel like it'd be a lot less intimidating to not speak. You know, like if we're trying to keep the crowd interested here, the whole like, oh, you thought you could kill me, you know, flash cut, dramatic zoom, spin zoom, inverted the colors, you know, like a Bollywood shit. But like, you know, like you gotta say something.
I mean, can I attempt to copy Nadira's voice?
You can make a performance check.
Oh boy, that's a 5.
The deep baritone of
Please never do that again.
I didn't plan on it.
that was
Did-
honestly that was just really insulting to Nadira.
Or maybe we could ask Nadira to come with us?
And then we use magic to have her voice project around a corner. Genius.
Shit, that makes much more sense. I'm gonna end this guy's off.
What, like, have the actual Nadira come with?
Yeah.
I thought the whole point was that you were going to be Nadira, so that way the real Nadira could, like, ambush her when she attacked you.
Well, the main reason I was gonna do that was so Nadira didn't have to come with us and risk being banished again.
I feel like she would be better at resisting banishment than you.
Listen.
She is a god.
What?
Aren't you the one that figured this out, sir?
Well, yeah, but then she brought up a very convincing argument on why I might have just accidentally grabbed her instead of Nathair because the voices sound. Are you Nathair?
What?
Yes or no? Are you Nathair?
I don't have to answer that.
Is Knoth Kastor?
Look, we've already had this discussion.
I find it funny that I don't think Vess knows that.
No, but seriously, are you Nathair?
Look, I never said I was.
Is this what you've been working on here?
Maybe.
I mean, it was working well up until, I prayed rather shittily, and then you kind of popped up.
It was important.
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad you're here, but now we got to fix whatever, whoever. It's not even a whoever, it's Milana. We have to fix Milana and how she banished you. And
Well,
Castor.
she, according to Theresa, is leaving on a boat at 5, which is in, I look at my watch list wrist, some amount of time.
Nadira, would you like to come with us on a hunt?
To be honest, not really.
All right, disguise it is.
I mean, I can if you want me to.
Well, I mean, as far as I can tell, you're like one of the strongest people here. So, like, I wouldn't mind having you in a fight just to ensure we capture her. then yeah. It's up to you. I could just kill her myself, it's fine.
Well,
Oh, I didn't realize we were killing her.
Oh, is that not what capture means?
No.
Gotcha.
so which way to the boat?
Well, I mean, out of character. Do we really want to wait like 4 hours to ambush a suspect that we aren't even sure is the culprit? I'm just saying we could probably just jump her now and see where that takes us.
Ludovon's down for whatever.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what to do next in this investigation, and I have no idea who to prove someone's 100% in the wrong, so.
Well, it's not about proving 100%. It's more about getting them to confess, basically, by bringing Nadira along,
Let's do that.
depending on how they react. Nothing's ever 100%. All right. Let's go. And in case we need it, I got my lockpick.
Do you just have a single lockpick?
No. I hold up my club.
I forgot that's what you call your lockpick.
Okay, Nadira leads you all to Balana's assigned room, which is just in the normal guest section.
How suspiciously mundane.
I'm afraid that this is just our guest rooms.
How suspiciously mundane.
Well, this is her room. The noise gate gated that.
How much did you hear?
I heard barely the beginning.
Damn.
Nope.
Wow.
Absolutely nothing.
Damn, it's super fucking loud to me. I can't believe the noise gate's that strong. Knock, knock, knock.
As Vess knocks on the door, I'm gonna stand in front of Nadira
Yeah, she's short. This works.
to block sight of her.
The door is opened by Balana, who has changed into rougher clothes that are better for traveling. Oh, how can I help you?
Someone had a couple more questions for you before you left.
Oh my, well, as much as I can help.
And I will signal to Ludovon.
Yeah, so we talked with Tressa, and she said she did obviously talk with you.
Wonderful.
She mentioned you were leaving today.
Yes, I'm afraid that my journey plans were never to stay here for very long.
You said you were going to the Goliath's next, right?
Personally, I'd rather see the giants that are there.
Why is that?
Oh, I just think they're more interesting. Also, the Goliaths don't have a physical, sturdy, in one spot prison. You're gone again, Vess.
I know, I'm talking to myself.
Well, we did have somebody who, I guess, wanted to see you off and I guess meet up.
Oh, how polite.
Yeah, they were, I guess, running behind, I suppose. Is the best way to put it. Out of the office. And then I'll kind of step to the side slightly so the Nadir's head is poking around the corner.
Oh! I thought you had left. Nadir just kind of waves
Left.
slightly.
You said that she wasn't in the office at all today.
Right. Wouldn't that mean she had left?
I mean, she never arrived.
But what never arrived?
Nadir. But anyway.
Oh. Yes, if she's not in the office, then she would have had to have left.
That is a stretch.
It
It's
is?
that's like super semantic.
What?
It's super semantic.
I just assumed she left the island.
Yeah,
Or at least the blood bank.
because you forced her to.
I did?
Jacques!
Can I insight to see if she's playing dumb?
Feel free.
I'd like to help. I don't know if you heard me say insight earlier. I think that went through.
Can you hear Taro?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't make an acknowledgement or anything, so that's what confused
No.
me.
I was waiting for someone to acknowledge her.
I mean, yeah, she just said she was gonna help.
Nat 2029.
Nice! She is very confused as to where Nadira came from.
You, or one of your co-conspirators, perhaps a potential love interest, ambushed both Nadira and Kastor, banishing them from the island in the attempts to do. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. Like, I don't really know what your goal is, but you did it.
These are extreme and unfounded accusations.
Are they?
I'm an ace detective. My gut's always correct.
I hate this.
It's a beef raid.
Do you have any proof that I've done this?
Do we need proof? We could just kill you.
Oh, that'll be a good look.
For who?
That was sarcasm. It won't be a good look for anybody.
Yeah, I know, but like, the boss of this entire place is like right here while Gaster's away. So like, if she approves of it, it's fair game, right?
I think the reputation of Blood Bank for not harming its customers despite being run by vampires might be in jeopardy if you just start murdering them.
And how would they know?
If I disappear suspiciously, I think people will know.
Oh, who's waiting for you? Your potential love interest /
I
co-conspirator.
don't have a love interest, oh my goodness! I have already sent word to the giants that I would like to visit their prison.
Oh well, looks like you had an accident at sea.
Insight.
Feel free.
I would like to intimidate check with that.
Feel free.
21. The McDonald's dice has been doing me pretty well today.
She is lying! How'd you do?
25.
She is also intimidated.
So.
I haven't done anything wrong.
Oh. I'm sure you think that. Just tell us what the plan is and maybe we won't kill you.
I don't have a plan. I just want to go to the giants.
What does What
Hold
I
on.
can't get is why you want to get rid of the sun or the sun shield cloud cover shit. What does that do to help with the whole invasion? I was hoping that would bait a reaction on her. Did it?
Roll insight and I'll roll performance.
Goes.
R.I.P. As far as you can tell, she didn't seem to react to that. But anyone with a passive insight over 16, you would see a brief look of horror go over her face. Does anyone have a passive insight of over 16?
Mine's
Oh,
19.
Okay, I thought you did.
When books are color coded, I have to go back in the right spot. Not random.
Why are you going on about color-coded books?
I'm gonna insight to see if she actually understands what the hell we're talking about.
Feel free.
That's only an 11.
She has no clue why you're talking about color-coded books.
Huh.
Nadira,
Yes?
when did Gnor get here?
Last week, right?
I thought it was the beginning of this week.
Lord help me. I can't keep my own timeline straight.
That is the one bad thing about running a whodunit. Gotta know the facts.
Tell me, Milana, are you familiar with a lizard folk named Gnor?
I've probably passed him in the hall.
Can I
He
insight
takes
that?
really smelly mud baths.
They smell fine.
Ugh.
Can I insight her saying that she's probably passed him in the hall to see
Sure.
if she knows him further? "24.
She doesn't seem to know this lizard.
Dope. That's a dead end. Not connected anyway.
Show me your hands. Catch you
I
literally
don't want
red-handed.
to.
Okay, then I'll just kill you.
That's rude.
I pull out my club.
She shows you her hands.
Does she have any burn scars or anything like that?
Perception.
I'll help if I can.
Alrighty. 15.
She does not.
Alright, so I guess we can kind of rule out the office. Does that mean that there's a second culprit like I thought, but they aren't actually in love for whatever reason? Nadira, I actually had a question.
Yes?
In confidence.
Oh,
I take
okay.
2 steps away from the group.
She follows you.
And I say, not quietly at all. So like the whole like security system thing in the office, does it have like
Right.
an alarm that goes off that tells you when and how long it's been on?
It usually just pings me when it goes off.
I see. Did you get pinged?
No.
Okay,
Or
did
at
you get
least, if I did, I didn't notice because I was busy, but I wasn't really busy except when I randomly got banished.
Okay. So it's possible that you were just banished first, and then whoever banished you went to go banish Kastor. But then that doesn't make any sense because apparently she doesn't care about books. All right, I'm gonna have to hang up my detective hat. I'm too dumb.
Well, no, that's how we figured out because she had a very nice reaction when we asked about the cloud above the sky. Those are the books that were messed with.
But I thought she didn't know anything about the color coordinating.
But she knew about the
Correct.
looking up at the sun guard.
The sunscreen.
The sunscreen, oh my god.
I hate it.
Too bad, that's what it's called now.
But yeah, what was your plan to take care of that? I don't think you have high enough magic to do that.
To take care of what?
You know, the cloud in the sky.
Why do I care about your clouds in the sky?
Can I insight to see if she... Well, wait, you said earlier she doesn't know about that, right? Or is it just about the books?
She had a reaction to someone saying getting rid of the darkness over the island. She does not have a reaction to the color coordination of books beyond confusion.
Okay, because I am talking about the cover over the sky.
She's also been steadily denying any accusations you've made to her.
Oh yeah. Obviously, we're just gonna end up killing her at this point. I'm gonna walk into her room and start ransacking the place.
Excuse me?
What? You gonna stop me?
I mean, I probably can't, but this is incredibly rude and get out of my stuff.
I'm gonna rummage through her stuff.
Investigation check.
One, but it's not positive.
She's got a whole lot of stuff, but
Yeah.
you don't know what's important.
Can I also go look through her stuff?
Yeah, you can go look.
I'll probably like lift. I'll
Investigation.
probably lift up like a bra or something. And be like, some kind of restraint.
You do get assistance from Vess holding up things just because you get a better look at them. However, he is incredibly wrong every single time.
Well, I got an 18.
You do find the remnants of what seems to be a scroll, as in a magic scroll, used to cast magic.
What kind of magic? Could it possibly be a banishment scroll?
How about you use that Arcana stuff you know about and take a peek?
Oh yes, I know so much about it.
I like magic.
That's true.
At
You can
20.
also 20?
Natural 20.
Wow.
But
Uh,
that's
yeah.
it. It's just 20.
This is exactly a banishment scroll. The incantation sounds like when Ludovon used it.
So you're gonna tell us that this doesn't prove that you're the culprit.
I'm still pretty sure the
What, my
restraints are
magic
important.
scribblings?
It's a scroll of banishment.
It's a what?
It makes
Insight.
people go poof and away.
It's called bapping.
I think you're clearly planting that. You have an agenda against
See,
me.
this is planting. And I'll take some poker chips and put them in the bag or in the travel bag.
Why poker chips?
It's the only snack I have on hand.
Those aren't
Cut me some slack.
snacks.
Then
No
why
wonder
am I eating them?
You're the only one who eats them because you're insane.
I'm sorry, did you just call Vess insane?
He's
won't
eating
counter
poker
it.
chips. What do you want?
I think that's a step too far. I don't like your attitude with that.
That's
Nadira,
culturally insensitive.
I think we have enough to arrest before I take an eye out.
I'll call the guards.
No one calls my paladin insane but me.
I'm not even allowed to.
This is my detective partner, and I will get feisty.
I will let a single manly tear roll down my cheeks. Deeply touched.
The return.
Two guards come to take away Milana. One of them is a yellow tiefling with very poofy hair, and the other is a very familiar guard who you already had to wake up once.
For not being put to sleep again.
They do put Milana in handcuffs and lead her away.
Have fun looking at the prison.
You are all just biased and part of a corrupt system.
Yeah, and
Hey, Jay, can I see the banishment scroll?
I'll hand it to you.
So I'm gonna like kind of wave it in my hand. So what you're telling me
Yeah.
is I want to look her directly in the eye, and I'm just gonna start reciting it, but not fully casting it,
Okay.
and see what her reaction is.
I mean, it's not a functional scroll anymore. I wasn't sure if I was clear about that.
I'm thinking he's threatening to.
I am
Banish
threatening to
her
banish
himself.
her.
Well, I mean, she's from this plane, so it wouldn't be permanent.
I know she'd only go to like the
Nowhere.
yeah the
Go to
nowhere
the
plane.
nowhere zone.
Yeah, so
But,
she's not very alarmed. She knows
Oh.
what banishment does, clearly.
Okay. I'll
She's also
stop.
about to be led away by the guards.
Yeah, honestly, the quip about enjoying the prison. I really like
That
that
was
one.
wonderful. Well, now I can look through the rest of her stuff. See what else.
I'm telling you, these restraints are some form of torture.
Vess is tangling himself up in a bra.
Vess, that's a bra.
You're like a cat.
Oh, thank you. But no, I'm seriously. These things are unethical, evil, even.
Yeah, tape is sometimes easier to hold it with.
Anyway, can someone cut me free of this?
I gotcha. I'm gonna start untangling Vess and motion for the others to look through the rest of the stuff.
Jay, with the rest of her stuff, you do find the other remnants of a spell scroll for sleep.
Cool.
And an empty container of something. An empty flask. Not flask, like
Let
a
me lick it.
terrarium. Empty terrarium.
Terrarium.
Completely empty.
The remnants of what appeared to be moss in it, but it's clearly not in there anymore.
Well, I can lick it and find out.
Please don't.
Hold it up so that Vez can't lick.
Both of you make dex checks against each other to see if you do it quickly enough.
I think that is a solid, just exceptional, unbelievable 4.
11.
Your long tongue just manages to miss as Jay pulls it above your head.
What am I, Venom now?
Sure.
I just go.
We don't know what's in it. You don't want to lick it yet.
I'm immune
to everything.
I mean, I haven't found anything yet.
Well, if you die, it's on you. Here, I'll let him lick it.
Can I religion check the moss?
Please make a constitution check. Sure.
Is it poison or disease?
Neither.
Okay. Constitution check would be a 10.
Okay. You take 10 points of damage as it immediately bursts into flame inside your mouth.
I have very hot.
That's
Spicy.
5 on the religion check.
What are gods, and how do they affect anything? Also, can moss be holy?
It's really spicy.
You get used to it.
I feel like how. This is cool. I want to eat it again.
So is the moss spicy or something, or?
It literally flames poured out of my mouth.
And you do your divine sense thingy?
Huh? What about it?
See if the
What
flame
about
and
it?
moss is a reason for being flaming.
Oh. Wait, shit. I know what this thing is.
Oh, wait, do you?
It's the fucking portal demon, isn't it? I just ate the portal demon?
That explains why it caught fire. So where the fuck did you put it then?
Is it on?
No, it's gone. It's just residue from it.
So is it like a one-time use thing?
It's a living creature. It affixes itself to any sort of opening and creates a portal to hell.
So how does one find it?
They're everywhere over in Ascension. How do we find it?
How do we find the one that's here?
Yeah, licking moss until it bursts to flame is I got. So it's been a couple years since I've licked it since I've ate a portal demon. They don't like it.
Nadira, has there been any sort of weird moss that people have mentioned?
Not that I've heard. We keep the place pretty clean.
Didn't Trissa say something about getting new plants?
Oh, hell no.
She was talking about it, but we haven't been in any contact with the Underdark yet. We shouldn't have any new plants.
He was collecting plant cuttings to take to the gardeners in the morning.
Yeah, she does do that sometimes when somebody brings her something interesting.
She's got a portal demon she's gonna take here soon.
What?
The portal demon, the thing I just licked and burst into flames in my mouth.
There's a portal
dear.
demon on the loose in your casino.
Oh dear.
I can't wait to smash the window it's attached itself to.
How? Oh no. And I think that is where I'd like to end this session.
Amazing! I fucking love the portal demons! They're just such silly little guys.
I have been waiting for y'all to realize about this portal demon.
Yeah, I can't believe I didn't immediately connect the dots, me the player. But when I saw moss and then flames.
That's what made me want to do the religion check, because I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, I
hope you
remember
realize-
when I first introduced this thing to a campaign. Oh, it's so much fun.
When you did it in C2, Sam,
Mm-hmm.
that's what immediately was like, oh, wait a second, it's moss and fire? Oh no, we ran into that once before. This is not
It's-
good.
It's like it's a little parallel.
Wait, when did we run into it? I don't even remember.
This was
you're-
when Cordeno literally got knocked unconscious in the. I think it
Oh,
was
that's why
the
I totally zoned out that entire time.
Yinogu, the
what?
Knoll Demon Queen.
I don't think it had anything to do with
okay,
her.
yeah.
But
It's when we first met the Fate Demon.
yeah, I can never remember his name.
I love that demon.
But yeah, thanks everyone for joining us.
Thanks for watching. I hope you'll stick around for next session.
Toodles.